Hello and welcome, everybody, to the grand finale, Giant Bomb's Game of the Year 2022, Day 3. Here we are, everybody. I'm your host, Jan Ochoa, and if you've made it this far, that just means you are guaranteed a top 10. You 10 out of 10. I'd even argue maybe 11 out of 11. 11 out of 10. That's throwing off the scale, but who cares? Because it's day 3. We're in Tower Unite. If you're listening to the audio, maybe flip on the video because you could see me looking at, I think this is a Kirby. Because I think it is Jeff Grubb. Jeff Grubb joining me. Jeff Grubb, who are you wearing today?
I'm wearing sexy Kirby.
Right behind him is Dan Reichert. Dan Reichert, who are you?
Hey, I'm John Cena.
Sexy Cena.
Sexy
He's an anime man, I believe.
He's an anime man, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
he pretty much is, right?
He should be All Might if they ever do a live action.
They
My
did
Hero.
actually just announce that Netflix is doing a live action My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Only if John Cena's in it.
Stop, Netflix.
Stop it. You already
That
fucked
sounds
up
bad.
Mob Psycho. You already fucked up Mob Psycho.
But
Please
now
stop.
that it's happening, though, I guess Cena might be the right guy for All Might. Right?
No.
Tamor
No?
Hussein, who are you today?
I am the one, the only Hideo Kojima.
Fantastic. Sitting next to you, I believe, is Lucy James wearing a lovely... What is this?
That's Cliff
I'm a
Blazinski. Oh.
I'm a xenomorph. This is how I sound.
I thought that's how xenomorphs sound canonically. I'm dressed up as Thanos today.
Oh, gross.
Jason
gross.
A. Stryker, sir,
Yes.
you are here. You ripped your shirt off in game and in real life.
Oh, yes, I'm sexy Ryu. I've got a beard. Check it out.
That's just
always
Ryu
sexy.
general. Yeah. Sitting next to Ryu, we have Jeff
Oh, Jesus.
Bacalar.
Hey, I'm Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Fantastic. And last
Somewhere
but not least, we have the architect of this whole dang virtual studio in Tower Unite and not in any other thing, Jess O'Brien.
Hello. I'm some sort of octocat, but I think I only have 4 legs. I don't know who this character is, and I probably should have looked it up or vouched for it. Hopefully, it's not some sort of secret Nazi thing. But the chat will tell me if it is, and I'll change it.
Hope it's all right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we should also emphasize that this is Tower Unite.
Yeah, I've been
Okay.
looking for NFTs everywhere. I haven't found one. What
We
have we
have
been?
been
This is not a
informed-
metaverse at all.
Has
We have
anyone
been
video
seen
informed
Mark
that-
Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think we can summon him. If everyone says his name, if we say his name 2 more times, I think we can perhaps
All
summon
right, well,
him.
let's be
Don't
careful.
say his name.
don't
Okay.
say his name. It's like
Don't do
Beetlejuice. Don't say
I'm
Beetlejuice.
just going to make this more interesting by saying it one more time. Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, don't.
Okay,
So now
all right, well,
we're
we're
on
on
the
the
Can you
very
fit
precipice
in?
now.
Is he in this?
I don't know. Maybe if someone says it a third time, we'll see what happens.
No one say it because I feel like
Well-
Grubb is going to have to be him. Oh,
Mark Zuckerberg.
oh,
Jesus.
he's
No!
here.
Why?
Why
Now it
does
is
he
the
look?
metaverse.
He looks like the Jigsaw Man.
Oh no!
I think he always did.
Well,
All right, it's
Yeah,
He's not
just-
in it.
just-
I searched. He's not here. All right, we're good.
Just so it's 100% clear, we have been informed that some people were under the impression that this is the actual metaverse. This is not the actual
It's
this is a
metaverse.
video game.
This is a hot, awesome video game called Tower Unite that you
Yes.
should all check out.
yes, Tower
It's fun
Unite.
and good and not metaverse bullshit.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the fine folks that make Tower Unite, helped us get
Yeah.
all the credits.
Pixel
to-
Tail Games. Big up.
There we go, folks. To make this beautiful, beautiful studio.
Oh, I'm sorry. John Cena is looking real rough.
What? How dare you?
Just his
John
neck
Cena's
when
in
his
great
neck
shape.
turns.
Oh, yeah, that's-
Oh, okay, that's
I don't
not
love
good.
it.
What's wrong
All
with
right,
it?
it's day 3. That means
He
we've had
recovers from injury quickly.
it's day 3. That means we've had days 1 and 2 full of categories. We've gone through 5 categories each of those days. Let's do a quick recap of day 1. Day 1's first category was Soulja Boy presents best game for people who drink beer, get drunk, smoke weed, get high. Winner going to you. Power Wash Simulator. I was listening to a lot of Soulja Boy, and I blame this category.
Is he still a big thing?
No.
Was he
No.
ever a big
Medium.
thing?
Tam,
Yeah, he makes
Tam.
video games now.
Tam, you
No.
can't deny that he was a big thing.
He had
was a big
cranked
thing.
that. He had cranked that, and then he had a couple of interesting memes.
And then he had the Soldier Boy video game console.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a fucking console.
I will not allow it.
Runners up being Vampire Survivors and Goat Simulator 3. Best video game to stream goes to Neon White. Runners up being Fortnite and Power Wash Simulator. Best game you bounced off of goes to Sifu.
Best game.
Best game you bounced off of. runners up being Live Alive and Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. The best Vampire Survivors weapon goes to Garlic with the guns and Songs of Mana as runners up. Best moment or sequence goes to Act 3 of Pentiment, with the runners up being moments from Elden Ring and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Day 2, we got to the best new Fortnite skin, which goes to our own in studio right here, John Cena. Runners up being Vegeta and RoboCop. Fantastic. Thank you for that sax solo. Is that a sax or is that a trumpet? It's a trumpet.
Trumpet.
Is that a trombone?
Well, hang on. Can Mario close his mouth? Jan
No,
it's
Mario,
very weird.
It's
Yeah.
closed
That's just
all
how we
the
do.
time. His eyes are half open and his
Yeah.
mouth. He looks drugged.
You have
He looks a little drunk,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
The C
really
button.
does.
Jan.
Oh.
Got a little appearance.
Oh, Mario.
Best running around goes to Tinykin with Goat Simulator 3 and Super Kiwi 64 rounding out that category. The BBB game of the year goes to Evil West with Evil West and Evil West as runners up. Most disappointing game, folks, goes to Callisto Protocol with Bayonetta 3 and Gotham Knights as the runners up. Best music of the year goes to Metal Hellsinger with Vampire Survivors and Neon White as the runners up. Last bit of housekeeping here, folks. I know this news may disappoint some, but this has been a typhoon, a whirlwind of a year for this website, this crew. So we have decided not to do guest lists or written staff lists this year. I know that may be disappointing, but we wanted to, hey, plans for Game of the Year changed several times over, and we actually had to pivot. But we just wanted to focus on our Game of the Year deliberations and make sure we have a fun time, a good time with each other, with y'all, the audience. And I promise, good times will be had today. Hideo Kojima pretty much is guaranteeing it. He's just ready to go. He's ready to deliberate. And without further ado, Dan, can I toss it to you to talk about how we will be conducting the top 10 games of 2022, the final day of
Indeed.
the final day.
First of all, real quick, Grub, I played all of Super Kiwi 64 last night. It's very good. I had some good running
Best
around.
moment when you get the triple propeller on your back and you start running way fast. How about that?
Oh,
You should've
yeah, you
done
just
that.
hold in the button and you can even fly fast. It's great stuff.
Yep.
All right, without further ado. So what we're going to do here first is we are going to get together a list of 50 games that are eligible for our top 10 games of the year. That is where we will have any discussions about things like, is this, is something like Fortnite eligible because of the zero build mode, blah, blah, blah. So we will get that group of 50. We can call that the bronze tier there. So that top 50 will all be in that bronze tier. Then we are going to whittle it down to 20, the silver tier. So out of those 20 games in the silver tier, we will all vote with our top 5. We will take a little break. We're going to get our top 5 list together out of those 20 eligible. And then we're going to feed it into a Eurovision machine. If you've seen Eurovision, it's basically Mario Kart Grand Prix scoring, where like our number 1 pick will get 12 points, our number 2 pick will get like 10 points, and then it goes down from there. So you will see live as the 20 games are moving up and down based on our votes. So those top 10 will be the gold tier, and they will be ranked coming out of the Eurovision machine. So we will come to a number 1 game of the year in that fashion.
Yes. Are we ready, folks? Any other little bits, games, categories we want to talk about? Lucy James, I'm just going to award you Best L. James of 2022.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
Wow.
Default.
That's right. LeBron James and Lily James, they were too scared to respond to my DMs. So,
Well,
joke's on them.
I'm just chronically online, so.
There we go.
I'm not gonna relitigate it, but I should have fought a little harder for Neon White for best music. That's just all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I got yelled at by my mods and my community.
I didn't get
I
yelled
thought you
at
were
or
gonna say your
anything.
mom.
I just say bye my.
They
by my
called me
mom.
weak, and they've lost respect for me.
Hey,
they didn't have respect for me.
Here's
That's
the
fine.
thing about Game of the Year, folks. It's a little bit of give and take. It's about like take space, make space. So sometimes it's
time to
wheeling
take.
and dealing. Today's all
Now
about
is the time to
taking.
take, everybody.
All right.
With the knowledge of having another Crush 40 track propelled Jitsu Squad into best music, because there was more than one. There was apparently more than one.
Oh man.
Oh, we already sent the award out.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Too late.
I'm
too late.
very sorry.
I think that
I apologize on Twitter last night.
Metal Hellsinger
Jesus.
supremacy begun yesterday, and it reigns until next year.
I think so, Tim.
I think this is why maybe at least for best music of the year we should extend it to 5.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, maybe we
There's
should.
too much good music. Like games have like better music than fucking real music nowadays, and it's like too hard to deal with.
I don't know. Kendrick Lamar's pretty cool. He makes really good music.
Yeah, I agree.
We should release our top 5 onto a cassette and sell that next year.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that won't be a problem with.
That will
No,
be very
no,
easy.
You're allowed to do that.
Marketing anyway.
I got a trunk.
I got a trench coat.
All right. Do
All
we
they
want
can
to
open and fit cassettes.
do we want to lob some easy 50?
Yeah,
50
let's get
contenders
the
there.
obvious ones
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. I can
AO
type them
50.
into the thing here. All right, so look, Elden Ring's gonna be in there, right?
No. I mean,
Yeah. God of War
Did anyone
Ragnarok.
beat it?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Obvious ones that no one will argue. Vampire Survivors.
Yes.
Yeah. Neon white.
Dan,
Pentiment.
I don't want you to fill out this list and this inadvertently becomes a top 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's throw in some like
Here, let's
more
put some
random.
bullshit in
Let's
here.
start
Here.
with
All right.
some
Fortnite. Got it. Okay.
Potionomics. Potionomics.
What is that?
Oh, dude, Potionomics is fucking great.
Yeah,
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 it's great.
Potionomics is
Here,
pretty
here,
great.
at this point, we can
That's my
throw out
explanation.
things.
It's great.
I'm gonna.
We can throw out things, and then if it goes over 50, we'll start whittling down from
Copy,
there. So, like,
copy,
just,
copy.
you know,
Okay.
shotgun
about-
blast.
Who?
What?
No, I'm saying you can shotgun blast out your
Oh,
game.
I thought
Yeah, but
Shotgun
like,
Blast was a
I would play a
number
game
50
called
on your
Shotgun
list.
Blast.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
there isn't one.
Super Kiwi 64, is that maybe?
Yeah, put it on there.
Put
Put
it
it
on
on there.
On there.
I think you could put
Signalis.
you could put
Let's get the
Signalis.
list up.
you could put Norco on there.
Oh,
Oh, we're putting boring games like Signalis and Norco on here. Okay. God.
Yeah. Well, we have boring people on the show, so why not have boring
Oh,
games?
my God.
Uh,
Don't say that about Grub. He's nice.
Oh.
Okay,
he's
what
so
else?
sad.
I'm sexy
Power
Kirby.
Wash Simulator.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, Spider Heck.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I played some of that for this very moment.
Dude, the Quarry.
Atari 50.
The Quarry.
Oh.
Oh, nice. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Probably going to be game of the year. So let's get it out there now.
Holy shit!
Probably. King of Fighters 15. Let's
Ooh,
go.
okay.
Oh.
15. Wow.
Let me test
Tiny
my Roman
Kin.
numerals. Hang on. Fighters XV. Tinykin.
What are we up to?
We're up to
We're up
14.
to 14.
Pentiment.
Pentiment.
Pentiment, definitely.
Marvel Snap.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to say it.
Snap. Oh, God.
Thank you.
Easy,
Okay.
Jan.
Midnight Suns.
TMNT.
Oh, man, I didn't
Jesus
put
Christ.
Snap on my top.
We need like
We're
a
gonna step on
bigger
everyone.
window for this list, eh?
It's fine.
Why did you go Canadian there?
I don't know. I just
You
Hockey.
need a
plays
bigger
hockey.
window for this list.
I
eh?
slip
Okay.
into Canadian every now and
You
then.
play enough
I'm
hockey,
sorry.
it seeps in. Yeah.
Eh.
That makes sense.
The
Midnight
case
Suns
of the
then.
Golden Idol, just for me, just for a little
Okay.
bit.
So, okay.
Okay.
Overwatch 2.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Mm.
Let me ask this right now.
okay.
Fortnite Zero Build.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, put it on there.
No.
Yes.
I mean, we've got the
No.
bandwidth for it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
put it
not
on
it's not gonna be a top 10, but put it on there.
It didn't come out this year.
That doesn't
Zero
matter.
Build
With
did.
our own
Build
list.
did.
It's bullshit.
And it got tons of people into it.
It's bullshit. It
Evil
existed
West.
already.
I
Well, see, it's
thought,
not
I'm sorry.
necessarily
I
in
do,
yet,
I
it's
do
just
think
on the
what we said
list.
early on that it didn't matter if it didn't come out this year. That
Yeah,
we
it
could
doesn't matter.
we could put it out there
yeah.
and have a chance
I know,
to
but that,
argue it.
God, that is such a fucking loaded thing.
I-
Like,
In that
that
case-
opens up so much shit.
It's
In
probably
that
not
case-
going to make it onto the 50.
Yeah,
In
Are we
that
sure it did not come
case-
out this year? Because I feel like
Zero
people are
Build came
saying
out
it
this
did.
year.
Jess,
Zero
please.
Build came out this year.
Yes,
In
you were going to
that
say.
case, you cannot argue with me here. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
there you
would,
go.
yeah.
I'll deal with that.
I played a bunch of Mike Tyson's Punch Out this year. That's
Cool. Moving on.
I don't
All
care.
right.
Yeah.
Dude, Dan's on the plane for 4 minutes on the way home. And my man's firing up. He doesn't even play through it. He just goes right to the Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah, pulled out the
my
analog and went to
God.
the Tyson fight.
Like a psycho.
And I won.
Did
Tunic.
you guys play
Cult of the Lamb.
Yes. Okay.
Dome Keeper?
Dome
Was
Keeper is
that-
great.
Was that this year?
Yeah, why are things underlined?
Because
Never mind.
Tam was very adamant about Evil West, I believe.
Oh, right.
Oh, I
Um,
see.
Good. This.
Xenoblade
Drome.
Chronicles 3.
I didn't want to say it, but, I didn't want to say it too soon.
Can we put Sifu on? Let's put
Let's
Sifu
put
on.
Sifu on.
We got 50 here.
Yeah, Evil West is on.
Yes.
Hey.
Well, then that's my list.
Metal
Sonic
Hellsinger.
Sfrontiers.
Sonic
Metal
Frontiers,
Hellsinger,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Stray.
Yes.
Why not?
God of
Oh,
War's
Plague
on
Plague
there.
Tale
Yeah.
Requiem.
Scroll down, scroll down.
Splatoon 3.
Oh, Splatoon 3, yeah.
Keep
Card
forgetting that
Shark.
came out.
Card
yeah.
Shark.
What the hell is that?
Man.
Riff tracks the
rules?
game.
What?
Ollie Ollie World.
Rollerdrome.
Citizen Sleeper.
Oh yeah, Citizen Sleeper. I would like that. I just started playing
Midnight
that and I'm
Fight
into it.
Express.
Oh, that came out
Oh,
this year.
nice.
Holy smokes.
Yep.
I like that.
Nobody
Multiverses.
saves the world.
Oh yes, yes, good one.
Randy.
Multiverses.
Trombone champ.
Hey, listen, hear me out. The Callisto Pro.
We're running out of room here.
We're at we
We're running out
quickly
of
got to 42.
Yeah, that's okay. We got to get
I'd
over
rather-
50 so we
go
can
more
cut
and then we
things.
whittle down.
Yes,
Because
yes,
50
yes.
is bronze, so like these are games that are
Yeah.
going to get some sort of recognition from us. So
Goat
we got to get over
Simulator
50
3.
and start cutting back. Yes.
Yeah.
High
Yeah.
on life.
I
Dude,
started that this morning.
We
Yeah.
are going to overlook. I feel like we're so close to the
Yeah.
end here. We're gonna overlook stuff that
haven't
we're
got-
gonna just start to have to.
Well, no,
pop
that's what I'm
in.
saying.
No,
We're
no,
gonna go
let's
over
keep
50
naming
and
stuff.
then we
We
whittle
can
down.
go over 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we get
Mario
Elden
and
Ring yet?
Rabbids.
Mario and
We
Rabbids.
did get Elden Ring.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Did
Did
smart.
anyone play enough
Smart.
of Dwarf Fortress to put it on this list?
Not
No.
enough. I
Not
still
me
don't
neither.
understand any of it.
I didn't play it.
Modern
How about-
Warfare 2.
With apologies to the Dwarf
Oh
Fortress.
yeah.
All right. How about TMNT Shredder's Revenge?
Whoa.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
really
Sure.
fun.
Sure.
That was fun.
Evil Dead, the game.
Weird West.
Yeah. Good call.
the other
Lucy.
West. Yeah.
The other of the West, and also a little to the left. That was fun.
Which is where the
Proteus.
West is.
Bear and Breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Good
Oh,
game.
shit.
Dark
Nobody
Tide?
said Tunic.
Oh, Tunic's
Tunic's
on
on
Tunic's
it.
on it. Tunic's
Tunic's
on it.
on.
Oh, Tunic's on there? Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right, now that we're out of the 50, immortality.
Okay.
Now that we're out of the 50s.
Now the West.
I
Jess,
see.
was Escape Academy good?
It's all
It was,
right.
so, it was just okay. I don't
It's
know.
it's like
I agree.
it's fun with a friend
It's not
in
as
the
good
same
as
room.
Escape Simulator, but that's just.
Oh,
me
you know
being,
what?
like,
You know
No,
what?
you're right.
We could put this and then oh shit, Rogue Legacy 2.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Live Alive.
I can't
Alright.
believe it, but Horizon Forbidden West.
Not mentioned.
I don't think it hangs. I don't think it
50
hangs.
though?
I don't think it hangs.
Wow.
Eh.
Can I put Faith on there?
Yeah, of
Faith?
course we could put Faith on there.
And Proteus.
2
Oh,
Point
yeah.
Campus.
Oh,
Oh,
2 Point
yeah.
Campus, yeah.
Is
Bayonetta
that on
3.
that?
It's in my top 5.
Put Bayonetta up there.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Dark
Gran-
Pictures
Gran
Anthology.
Turismo- Gran
The
Turismo
Devil in
7.
Me.
Oh, I haven't played that one yet.
The Devil in Me came out.
Gran Turismo
Pokemon
7.
Legends Arceus.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what? Yeah. Yeah.
As Dusk
Like-
Falls.
Wow, we're doing great at naming
can we
games,
put
guys.
Dying Light 2
Yeah,
just for
We'll
Rory?
talk about them eventually, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah,
Why
for
not?
Rory.
For Rory.
But we didn't put it on Horizon for Rory.
Wow, this is gonna
gets
hurt
He
him.
one.
likes that?
He really
he
liked the
loves it.
first one, yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Wait, do we really not put on
Oh,
Horizon?
Dark Tide,
Should
Dark
we?
Tide, Dark Tide.
I don't care. I don't care.
think
I don't
we
like
need-
I don't care about
Does
this game.
anyone like Horizon? Should we put that on there?
Dark
I
Tide.
didn't play it.
Dark
I don't
Tide.
know.
No, I did not.
It sounds like no one on here is defending
Oh yeah,
Horizon.
I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
I
think like
played
okay,
it,
so
but
let's
I won't.
I
let's
played it
just
and I don't
double
like
check
it.
like January,
for it.
March, January through March
Yeah.
games.
I almost feel if we were not listing it now, maybe it just doesn't matter. Not that
Here's
it
the
doesn't
thing, right?
matter.
I'm gonna say a game which you're all gonna immediately be like, I don't know about that one, but it
I
was
don't know about that one,
massive.
Tim.
It was massive this year. Okay, it's
Okay.
a little game called Wordle.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
That's
I think
fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yep.
Was it
Yep.
this year or was that the previous year?
I think that was this year.
Oh, let me have a look.
Would have been
You-
early.
I think it might have been late last year, but it got bought
Yeah.
by.
Oh, last year, folks are saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was last year?
Our fact checkers.
I mean, if we could make an argument for it this year, it could still be up there, but it
Yeah.
seems like a tougher argument.
I have a game that nobody here has played except me.
What's that?
It's called Save Room.
I've
All right,
definitely
John.
played
All
that
right,
game.
Oh, you
John
played Save
Legend.
Room.
Hey.
Great,
All right.
great, great, great.
Yeah, I've been advocating for that game.
What about
Awesome,
Hyper Demon?
awesome.
Hyper Demon?
Sure.
Hyper Demon's
Yeah,
a good
Hyper
one.
Demon.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I get
Are
a
we up
hard
to
space
80 now?
shipbreaker?
What's going on?
What's that?
Are we up to 80 now? What's going on?
66.
No, we're at
65.
66.
65. Okay.
We have to have more than 50 so we can have conversations when we start
Yeah,
cutting
yeah.
things, or
Yeah,
else
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just going to be
We're
a
adding
podcast of
everything
naming
now.
games.
Yeah, anything that's even remotely something interesting to the crew, we'll put on now, and then we'll get it down to the 50.
we need
Yeah,
to get
okay.
at least get to 69.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said,
Oops.
let's see, hard space shipbreaker.
Hard space.
I know that
How about-
13 Sentinels hit the Switch this year, but that came out 2 years ago officially, so
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna say it doesn't count.
I wanna
What about
put
Ooblets? Okay.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Ooblets. I want to put on a little weirdo thing that we played on UPF. I think that I really, really like, and it's called The Man Man.
The Man.
Man.
You
Man.
That sounds like a Mike Myers movie.
it's about the newest serial killer in town who doesn't have any bones.
Oh, the new serial killer in
I remember
town.
that. He like came out of he was under the bed,
Yeah,
right?
it's under the bed. You have to like wiggle
Oh.
and get out, and also kill somebody while you're just kind of flopping. It's like Quap, but even less with the
He's
ability to
dreamy.
control him.
Can I make a request for
hilarious.
69 instead of Lego 60 Wars? Can we put Stranger of Paradise at 69?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Guys, Rainbow Six
There we go.
Extraction came out this year.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Moving
what?
on.
Hey.
What about Dying Light 2?
I'm gonna
That's
name.
That's on.
I think we might.
Oh, it
have
is? Okay.
I'm gonna give you a few. Crisis Core came out this year.
Oh, it is. Look at 62.
Ghostbusters: Spirits Unleashed came out this year.
It technically did.
It came out.
New Tales from the Borderlands came out this year.
I don't believe
Didn't
you.
know that.
Gotham
fun.
Knights came out this year.
Babylon's
certainly
Fall, baby.
Scorn came out this year.
But
Uh,
oh Jesus. Okay.
I'd rather put
Eternal
Mortuary
Darkness.
Assistant on there than Scorn.
Nah, I don't want
Mortuary Assistant.
that
come
little
on.
freaky boy. Okay, I had a
God.
fun time. I had a fun
Yeah.
time. Jess,
How
that
about
was
Salt and Sacrifice? That's
Yeah.
actually
That
made
was
my
this
top
year,
10.
I know this game is a big favorite amongst the Giant Bomb community. The Deal Field Chronicles.
it goes really hard. You know what? I should have put that for best game I bounced off of.
Yeah, me too.
It's-
Oh,
it's
not
bad game.
not words. Not words.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh.
Man, I haven't played that
Does-
in weeks.
Does
should go back.
Cuphead Delicious Last Course count?
Yes.
Maybe, yeah. That was good.
It honestly feels like a sequel. And like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
There's a lot
there's
there.
stuff there.
Yeah.
Citizen Sleeper is on this list.
Shovel
yes.
Knight Dig.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, Into the Breach Advanced Edition. I
I think it's going to have a hard time winning just
Yeah.
based on that.
Yeah.
It's a big update, but
Madden NFL 23.
I'd rather
Jesus.
put NBA 2K23 because of Jake from State Farm.
Steel Rising.
As Dusk Falls.
Yeah, Dust
Uh,
Falls is on.
Ooh,
Did
you know,
anyone play?
Midnight
Did anyone
Flight Express.
play? Did anyone play Perfect Tides?
no.
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 Sorry.
Me either. So,
Oh.
Sucker for Love, I think, came out this year.
Did we get Cursed to Golf?
Oh.
We Are OFK.
Thymesia.
Oh, Curse to Golf was fun.
Power Slave Exhumed. It's a remake, so it's not going to make
You
it.
just
But
made that shit up. That
No,
is-
you need to play Power Slave Exhumed.
That's
Everyone
from
does.
Invader Zim.
Yeah, everyone needs to play it. It's a great classic shooter.
Late nomination, and I'll immediately take it off for best game I bounced off of. Or no, I guess not B game. Grounded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that
man.
was, yeah.
I wish we would have played some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Did,
That's
did,
the time.
Missed the window. Yeah.
did DNF Duel come out this year?
It did. Yeah.
Let's put it
It's on
on.
my- It's on my list.
Yeah, but it's not even the best fighting game. We have Sifu on here.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, stop. Don't you fucking dare.
Windjammers 2.
Oh wow, that did come out this year.
That came out this
Dang.
year.
Hey,
Wow.
hey. Diablo Immortal.
Oh, boy.
God, that was okay. Then
Well
let's
done.
put what's it? Nino Kuni, the mobile game that's just an NFT on your phone. Fantastic. Thank you, Dan, for properly
Mario
representing
Strikers.
Okay.
Oh yeah, can we put Mario Strikers on there for me, please?
Yeah.
All right.
Did we
What am I
already put
missing? here?
Think we can make it to 100?
Rumbleverse?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
Rumbleverse get on here?
Oh,
I don't think
it. No, we didn't
Multiverses?
put
It should
Rumble.
be on there.
No, Rumble.
We did get
Multiverse
Multiverses.
made
We
it.
did get
Yeah.
Multiverses. We put Rumbleverse on there.
Trek to Yomi was this year as well. I
Oh
think.
yeah, you know what? That should have been a B game.
Somerville? Do people like that enough?
I
Ask
mean,
Backlar.
based off this list, it probably belongs on
Hey,
here. Yeah.
Just for balance, we have a game which GameSpot gave 1 out of 10.
Ooh.
A game that very few games have received a 1 out of 10.
Which
but
one
this
was that?
came out. Postal 4.
Hey.
Ugh.
No.
Eh.
Bleh. Bleh.
All right. At this point, have we hit all the games that people have generally positive feelings about? Or should we try to? Do you want to get to 100?
There's a couple more, like Chinatown Detective Agency came out this year.
Wish I
think
checked that out.
Yeah, Tiny Tina's Wonderland came out this year. Ghostwire, obviously.
Mm.
We didn't say much about. I think there was a Puzzle Quest game this year as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Puzzle Quest 3 came out, yeah.
Did we
Yeah.
did we get everything that's been nominated for other stuff? Like any winners that we skipped over from other categories?
Oh, Monkey Island. Did we get that one?
Oh,
shit.
that's a good
On there.
shout. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
one more and get a clean 100.
Wait, when did Monster Hunter Rise come out?
Sunbreak
came out. Sunbreak came out
is
That
this
was
year. and I
March
feel-
of like
Ooh.
and
last year.
Sunbreak is their they
Yeah,
previously
yeah,
would have
yeah,
released
yeah.
that as a standalone game. So if you want to put it on here,
We could put 101 and then immediately cut it because clean 100 is good. Point B.
Point
Did we
B?
did we
Okay.
put
Yeah.
down Sparks of Hope?
Yes.
yes, we got
Okay.
it a little bit ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say this. So like we can still add to stuff if things come up, but we got a clean 100 now. We can start doing easy cuts. But if you come up with something like, oh shit, I forgot about that, we can still add. We're still whittling
we-
down that 50.
Can we do it this way, where let's just go around and recommend a cut and
Sure.
see if there's any pushback?
Yeah.
But as we're doing it, we just say a little bit of something about the game, so
Yeah.
it's not just this like brutal.
If we want to
process.
say something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah.
not moved, absolutely don't say anything. But
yeah.
like
For the
again,
rest of today, do not say anything. Okay.
Unless you are moved.
All right. Okay. Jeff Grubb, since that was your idea, let's start with you, buddy.
Yeah. I think no, I'm going to keep that for the top 50. Let's just go ahead and cut New Tales from the Borderlands. I feel like that game was a pretty big disappointment for people who are coming from the beloved original Tales from the Borderlands, and then it went away, and no one ever talked about it again.
Are there any objections?
No.
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 All right, it's gone.
All right. Let's go down the line of the couch. Tam.
Um,
An easy
let
log.
me think.
And in general, I think the cuts should be stuff that like we've played because I mean
Yeah.
there are games that like oh
I'm
like,
gonna-
I know this might not be for me, but like I'm not going to cut it because I haven't played it. So,
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
that will probably happen eventually. Where you'll
will
have to, but you're for
eventually,
now.
yes.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of the one that perhaps disappointed me the most. It's gonna be Gotham Knights.
Very fair.
No
Yeah.
objections here.
Yeah, not even the top 50 for Gotham Knights. I think that's right.
No.
No. I did not. It's weird that he even wound up on this 100.
Yeah.
All right, Lucy.
Just faded out of
Yeah,
your
don't
mind.
do it so well.
Jesus.
So it sounds like you fell into a hard drive.
Distillation
You've been
file.
haunted.
Yeah, you became data.
I mean, Nino Kuni, the mobile game that's just an NFT on your phone, feels like an easy one to lose.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you want to
Totally.
save this? Do you want to save this easy cut?
Nuke it.
Everyone?
Nuke it.
You know what I love?
God.
I love that there's a xenomorph saying NFTs suck right now
Yeah.
in this video game
Mhm.
Tower Unite.
Tower Unite, the video game,
Power
Telling it
Unite.
like it is.
The video
Sat
game that
in
we're
between
on.
Hideo Kojima and Thanos.
which would be on this list and up high if it came out this year, I think.
Gosh, I'm gonna scroll to the top here, and I'm gonna say, based off of the temperament of the, ooh, never mind, that's not a safe cut. I'm gonna say, let's go ahead and cut Gran Turismo 7.
Had a lot
Sure.
of controversy about it after
Really?
it came out. Yeah, the microtransactions and stuff.
Oh.
Pe- People seem to like it as a Gran Turismo game, but it's there was a big, pretty big backlash.
I
to
can't believe I am having more fun in Need for Speed Unbound, a Need for Speed game in general, than
Should we
Yeah,
put that on? 'Cause
Yeah, that
game's not
game might.
bad.
That game should be on this list.
Yeah, that game.
I don't know about that.
It's
Well,
better than
I
Gran
mean, you don't
Turismo
have
it.
to
On there,
7,
but I
though.
can tell you, I'm probably going to try to cut it.
I played that game and I was like, yeah, it's one of those games again.
It's
I've
got a
played
cool-
one of
It's
those
like
games. I'm pretty
most-
boring.
Yeah, it's mostly soulless.
It's got
Yeah.
a cool
One of
ASAP
those
song
games.
though.
It's got a
It-
boost. Any racing game with a boost.
It's
I
got
like
boost
that.
and it's also got like micro boost as well, which is
Yeah, that's
a
weird.
nice.
when the-
It's just they make good racing games. They haven't found that soul again since Underground. Like it's,
I don't like
it's
the
just
night
gone.
day cycle thing. That's weird to me. I'm not big on that.
I think they need to relax with the cop stuff. That's
Yeah.
the thing where I'm just like, chill, man. Like,
After you
don't
finish
need
a
this.
race and it's like the cops are still
Yeah.
coming after you. Like that kind of sucks.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Jason, sir.
Oh man, where to start? Oh shit. Ghostwire Tokyo. Is that gonna make top 10?
No, we're saying
No, we're
this is
doing
gonna make top
50.
50.
We're doing top 50. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so basically pick the one that you think is the easiest cut out of this list.
Oh Jesus. Because I've never heard of this. We are OFK.
It seemed like a
Alright.
real reedy talkie game thing from what I saw. Anyone like it or play it?
It's a
Didn't play
fun. It's fun. It's really interesting. I feel like as far as games go, like it's because it's part like narrative game and also part like music album.
Yeah, is this kind of like the thing where it's like a little bit like the Gorillas, where like there's a real band playing these video
real
game
band
characters?
playing. Yeah.
Tam, would you argue to keep it on here?
I wouldn't fight for it super hard, but I think there's games on here that are way easier to cut because they're not that interesting than We Are AFK. I think We Are AFK is trying something that's cool.
I'd say even that, like even just having like some sort of like, oh, this is doing something is not a cut right away. If there's other stuff that we could, like that's something positive. It sounds like it's doing interesting things, so maybe we don't cut that right away. There's still
everything
a bunch
on
more
here
we can
should
do.
be doing something positive. Like,
Or else we wouldn't have mentioned it in the first
right.
place, right?
Well, at a
didn't
certain
put
point, we were just
stinkers
kind of
on
naming
here.
games that came out. Like,
Yeah.
there was like Ghostbuster Spirits Unleashed. Did anyone really want to put that up there? Not that I'm recommending a game.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Is that
for
a cut?
fuck's sake, we need to cut a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
let's go.
Yeah, we'll-
So do
we'll
we cut
get there.
OFK? We can cut
I'm
OFK.
not gonna. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Like,
Okay.
so.
Cut.
All right. Jeff Backlar.
Okay. Not that I don't take any joy in the one time I'm able to take American football down a peg or two.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Whoa.
Fuck them up.
It's a pastime.
He
But
killed
I've
John
also
Madden.
heard from many people who I respect a great deal that Madden NFL 23 is a doo-doo poopy game.
I have heard this too.
Doo-doo poopy one?
Man,
And
we
the
don't
best
have that
NFL game on the
category.
Steam Deck, and that's about all
I
can
wonder
say
if it's
for it.
Dylan that was saying that.
Nope.
Sounds like
He
something
made
he would
he
say.
made his voice heard, and that had to deal with a very specific doo-doo man. Nevertheless, I take a little bit of pleasure in deleting Madden, in deleting football.
Deleted
Fantastic.
Anyone have anything
No.
positive to say
No.
about Madden this year?
Delete it.
No, it's all right.
All right, it's gone.
All right,
Rest,
Jess.
rest in peace.
Who are you
I'll
sending?
keep it short. The devil in me.
Yeah,
Fantastic. All right.
Boring.
Know
Get
what
out of
that
here.
is. Okay, where is it?
it's the that was the new.
He's inside you.
58. It was on
Yeah.
58.
Eight
Get out of there.
gone. Okay.
All right, Dan, your easy lob, your cut.
God. Well, there's a lot of these I haven't played. Let me put this up there since we just talked about Madden. How do people feel about NBA this year?
We can cut it.
I never feel anything about NBA any year.
Okay.
Oh, it depends how do you feel about
Did we,
Jake from
did we
State
also
Farm.
fuck up with FIFA not on here?
No, it's fine.
Did we fuck up? No.
Is no one's defending NBA?
Kids.
Going once?
No, cut
Going
it.
twice? Cut.
Okay. All right. Do we want to go around the room again, or this time do we want to bold stuff that will wind up in the 50?
I think
maybe
we
we
could
could-
cut.
we could-
I think we
Let's
could
cut
cut.
another round of
Let's,
cuts.
Let's cut.
do one more round
Yeah.
of cuts at
All
least.
right, let's
and
go
then-
in reverse
and then
order. Dan, back to
Bolding
you,
eventually
sir.
is a good idea, though.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Boy, Hyperdemon it's got some really cool ideas. But like, did any of us play it more than like that day or two after it like surprise dropped?
No, I bounced off. It was too intimidating, and maybe that's video game journalist to me being bad at video games. But I wanted to love it, and it was
Me too.
there was too much of a wall preventing me from doing so. So I would not be able to argue it
Don't-
for the top 50.
Don't perpetuate that stereotype.
Jeff Grubb. I'm a Jeff Grubb who's bad at video games.
I think I much prefer Devil Daggers, where it's like it was pretty simple, like just survive as long as you can. Whereas like this, the scoring with like the speed in which you're like it just kind of muddied it up, and I like the simplicity of Devil Daggers a lot more. So I'd be up for cutting Hyperdemon.
Let's do it.
All right. Jess, back to you.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yeah,
Ah,
about that.
shit.
Enough
Fuck.
said.
That was gonna be mine.
Enough said.
That
Get
came
outta
out
here.
this year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
March.
Feels
Je-
15 years old.
Jeff Backlar.
Let's see here. I think we could probably get rid. Do you think Trek to Yomi's a top 50?
I don't think
It's-
I
so.
don't
It's
think so.
stylish. It's stylish.
Stylish.
And that's really all it's got going for it.
Yeah.
Should we cut?
Yeah, let's cut it.
Okay.
All right, it is gone. Then there were 89.
You know what? I'm down in the bottom half of this list. Let me look up here a little bit. Who's next?
All right. Now goes to Jason.
Oh boy. Cursed to Golf.
Yeah, I liked it, but the loop kind of got a little bit too not mean, but like aggressive.
It was kind of hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was aggressive. You're right.
And I think the levels were too big for what they were going for. I don't know. I kind of bounced off it real quick because it's just there are better feeling golf games, and if you're going to be a golf game these days, you kind of have to be a good one right away. And I really like the people that work on this game, so it was disappointment, but
Also,
there are
Jan has
people
a
who like
car
it.
right now, and
Yeah,
it's
Slipping into
literally
everybody.
unsettling.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
Anyone
shit.
fighting to keep Curse to golf, or is it going?
Negative.
See
Let's
ya.
cut it.
Nuked.
All right. Goes to me now. I'm going to say I love it. It was surprisingly great. We can cut the Deo Field Chronicles.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a top 50 game of the year.
Where is
Nope.
that?
72.
72.
All right. Get out of here.
Lucy.
I got 3 because we need to make some cuts.
Oh,
Sure.
We're allowed to do
Diablo.
that?
Sure.
Diablo Immortal.
that's taking agency, baby.
What the hell?
Anyone
Diablo
defending
Immortal.
Diablo?
Nope.
Gone.
Somerville.
Somerville.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, gone.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Whoa.
Get out of here. Yeah. That was going to be mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, gone.
The Deo. Tam. Sorry.
Rift Tracks is an easy one to get rid of, I think, and also High on Life.
I really like Rift Tracks a whole bunch. I think it could probably make the top 50. Honestly, I'd like to keep it around for now.
I'd like to keep Rift Tracks around, and I hate to be the high on life defender. I never thought I'd be in
Who
this
knew?
position. This
Wow.
is so fucked up. I cannot tell you how fucked up this is, what I'm about to say. I'm kind of enjoying High on Life. I went into it being like, yeah, hey, honey, want to play this game we're gonna hate, and let's do it, and just to see it, and just to say that we did. And like, it's kind of okay. Like, it's kind of good. Like, I'm having fun with the combat, and like the levels are really pretty, and the music fucking rips. And I'm like, why did Justin Roiland have to Roiland it all up? It's like good in spite of the Roilandness of it. And the
I did-
Roilandness calms down after like an hour or two.
I started
Takes
it
a
this
bit.
morning, and I'm with you on like the world's like it's a better looking game than I expected it to be. Like the animation's great, and
It's
the world's are cool.
beautiful.
Like, yeah,
Oh,
it's
geez.
extremely annoying, but
Also-
yeah.
Also, like, I have an issue taking this off the list because what other game on this list has the entirety of Tammy and the T-Rex in it?
Or you can just
Exactly.
watch it, right?
All
the
right.
movie Tammy and the T-Rex.
Maybe
is in
Rift
this
Tracks
thing.
will hang for now.
Yes, I think
Okay.
so.
And High on Life, gonna hang on to that for a bit.
Sure.
All right.
Just a little bit.
Tam, did you want to make a other cuts instead?
Trombone Champ.
I'm okay with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a really good bit, and then the bit is over. And once the bit wears off, which I think happens pretty quickly,
Mhm.
you kind of don't want to play it anymore. So I
Yeah.
agree. Let's
Gone.
I
Okay.
Get it.
refunded it. I never do
Oh
that.
wow.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like,
Mm.
I got that. It was fun, but I'm
you get the
never
joke,
gonna-
right? Yeah, and I think that's a real problem with it.
All right, Jeff Grubb, ball is in your court, sir. You know what? Go ahead and nominate 3 games. Pull it, Lucy.
Yeah, okay. We'll start with the Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed.
Sure.
Safe.
So get rid of that.
68.
68
I don't-
gone.
I don't feel good because I don't think enough of us play it about getting grounded even into the top 50. And I bet that's something we're going to regret because I do think we should still play that game. But
People seem to like it, but like
Yeah,
if
but-
we haven't played
but-
it, and we don't have feelings about it. Then
I
it's not
played
on
it.
our list.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I played it long enough, but
yeah, I did play it, but I didn't play it with like a crew, and I just didn't get it long enough either.
it's gone.
And then let's see, let's do Crisis Core.
I haven't
think-
had time to
I don't
check
know
it
what
out.
No,
Yeah.
that game
Played
is
it.
good. That game is good.
Yeah, it's good. It's
What
good,
is
but
that?
it's a remake. Is it good enough in that context? Which is I'm
I think so.
I'm ready to hear it. Okay.
Yeah, they made some really like intelligent tweaks to the way that system works. They listen to pretty much every issue or the majority of the issues that
Okay.
the PlayStation Portable was it
And it is like
version
right on
had?
the cusp of being a remake in terms of like the visuals. So I'm
Yeah.
okay with keeping it.
There's like innumerable, like there's at least 20 games that is better than on this list.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, then let's see if there's anything else. Bear and Breakfast, is that gonna hang?
I don't.
No, it was fun. I liked it.
I think it's a
but
nice game, but
It's
I don't
mad
think-
cute.
yeah.
pleasant game.
yeah.
I started it and fell off pretty quick. Get rid
All
of it.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it.
Okay.
Okay. How do we want to move forward, folks? We're
I think we
down to
should look at,
80
like,
now.
There are definitely some here that like one of us played, and like I think we should toss to the people who suggested it for the list to see if they would argue for it. Like for instance, A Little to the Left. I don't know what that is. Who threw that out?
No
Oh,
idea.
that was me.
Lucy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
And
is
Jesse
the
played
word on
too.
that?
I was gonna cut that one when my turn came, actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm fine with it being cut. It's a very cute little kind of puzzle game where you just order things, put stuff in order, like high order, and there's like a mischievous cat. It's just a very sweet game. It's, for chill.
Okay.
I'm fine with it going.
It's mad cute. There's multiple solutions to each level.
Mad cute.
Okay. Point B.
Point P, we can go ahead and cut. I think it's next to Marvel Snap, probably my most played phone game of this year. It's a nice little platform. I think we brought it up earlier in the week. If you play Downwell, it's like Downwell, except you're going
Right.
up. And there's fruit.
Oh.
I love fruit.
Is
Except red
anyone
fruits.
Is anyone attached to Windjammers too?
No, I never played it.
No, that feels more like a legacy thing with...
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun, but I don't think it's a top 50.
Dave
Yeah.
Lang will be extremely happy that we just kind of
Mhm.
pushed it
Mentioned
under the
it.
rug.
As if it never
Yeah.
happened.
Yep.
Like he
Yep.
promised it would never happen.
Yep.
All right. Sultan's Sacrifice. Jason, I'm sorry to bring it up, but
No, that's fine.
Is it-
I
is it
don't
top
think anybody
50?
else? It's in my top 10.
then
So
I don't
that's
want to
like-
cut it just yet then.
I think if
Yeah,
it was like in
it's
the
saying
top
something.
5, it could easily make the top 50. Do you think it's enough? Do you love it enough to get it to force it into the top 50 though?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the
I'd like to
Man
hear.
Man?
I'll throw down.
Yep.
If you saw the Man, you like it, Dan.
Really?
Yeah, it's free on itch, I think. You can go play it right fucking now.
It
I don't
sounds like
know
a
if it's a
virus
top
thing.
50.
I don't want to put a virusy thing on my computer.
I've got 3 on here that I feel I might be the only one really pulling for. So I guess
Sure.
we could talk those out. Super Mario Strikers, Hard Space Shipbreaker, and I guess the other one would be Rift Tracks. Although I think, Jess, you were on the Rift Tracks side, so maybe I don't have to.
I want to hang on to it for a little while
Okay,
longer and
yeah,
see. Just
like,
to see.
Of those, I mean, I think all 3 of them easily could be in the top 50. I think Hard Space Shipbreaker. I was more in love with that game during early access. I just started playing again. I am still in love with it. It doesn't need to make the top 50 now because it did kind of get its flowers when it was in early access. So
Okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with cutting it now.
It's gone. I think we're at the point now where it's like all of these are pretty good games. We just got to cut it down to the
Yeah.
50 best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of these are good games.
Actually, the other one was Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. If no one else is going to pull for that, I have no appetite to put it in
I
the
think
top
got air
50.
juggles and shit.
It is-
It's a great. It's actually a legit great game. Yeah.
It is
It
so
seems like it's really well done.
It's really well done. If you're a fan of Star Wars, this is the second best Star Wars thing to come out this year.
Yes.
Right after Andor.
That's right.
But like they've put so much fucking work into it, and it's just such a fun time.
That's surprising. Yeah.
Surprisingly,
Maybe we don't cut it yet.
I just don't think it hangs in a bigger 50.
It's hard to get excited about it beyond being like
Sure.
this is a really good one of those. But at the end of the day, it is still a Lego Star Wars game, and it's the kind of
it
game you
too
can
little,
easily
too
fall
late?
asleep while playing.
I'm not sure. Shit.
All right. I'm cutting.
You know what? I'm gonna say we could cut if we want to save Lego Star Wars. We can cut Ooblets. Ooblets came out technically a couple years ago. It's a fantastic farming game. I think it's better than Harvestella, but that's not a hard bar to jump
It's
over.
got a lot of personality to it, but yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Who put down and would you defend Proteus? I don't know who played it.
That game is cool. I don't
Okay.
remember who
That's
mentioned
the
it.
duel, right?
As far as a game that is
It's a
trying
boomer
to like,
shooter, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is,
Oh.
but it like nailed it. The
Boomer
look, the
shooter.
feel, it's for one of those, it is excellent.
I really, it's like the goopiest game of the year easily.
Yeah.
Like where the way the bad guys just explode into juice.
Yeah.
And it,
The
I
rain
don't know.
effects and everything.
it
like,
feels
I think-
fantastic to play.
High on Life is probably the goopiest, but
That's pretty
That's
good.
fine, yeah, I haven't played. I'm
Pretty
going to play
goopy
that
in there.
tonight.
Scorn's really goopy, but that's not on
yeah,
here.
Scorn's goopy. Very good.
We should have
Combat.
No
goopiest
scoop.
game.
Combat.
Goopiest game next year.
Mm.
Should have been a category, damn
Yeah.
it.
Best combat. Okay.
Let
I'm
me
writing
say,
I'm writing that down for next year.
Shovel Knight Dig, I played a good amount of. It is a pretty good roguelite. It's, it's got the
I
good
also
Shovel Knight
bounced
music
off
and all
of
that
it pretty hard, and I
Me too.
really did not want to bounce off of it.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like for a
I wanted
roguelite-
to love it.
Yeah, for a roguelite, there's not enough stuff where it's like you're not getting that, like, oh, I'm unlocking more stuff, I'm improving my character. Like, it's
Yeah.
not like I didn't really feel like I was getting enough stuff at run to run, so I'm fine with cutting that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Mm. Who all played Dying Light 2?
That's a
I
Rory
did.
joint.
Rory.
Rory did.
Oh,
did not.
I would
like it at
recommend that
all.
for cutting.
Yeah.
It's just so forgettable, and it's really a disappointment compared to the first one, which I think is kind of a much better atmosphere. It was definitely scarier at night. This game's much more action-y in a way. I mean, obviously the first one had a ton of action, but I think Dying Light 2 misses out on what made a lot of made Dying Light 1 work.
Okay.
And the melee stuff, I just do not like the melee combat. A lot of just getting swarmed and just like swinging shit at him. Like I don't like it.
We're really high on Jesus. Which no. Well, yes. Fuck. Which one? Evil West. But what about Weird West?
I heard that was really good, but I didn't play it myself, so I
Same.
can't
Seems
speak
Yeah,
to
I
it.
did like it a lot.
I didn't play it.
Yeah.
That's the top-down one, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the isometric one.
Yeah.
And like for transparency's sake, I did a bunch of the developer like streams with the team. So you can completely ignore my my opinion
Yeah,
here.
I could vouch for it though. Like we had a really good Jason, didn't you and I did the quick look for that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it seemed really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I like the vibe.
I played a lot of
Yeah,
that.
like
I
the
didn't finish
gameplay.
it.
It seems all right.
Is it
We
top
don't cut
50
that.
though?
I think it is. Like
Yeah.
I
it's
think it
it's got
is.
some interesting ideas in it.
Cool.
Not
They just
all of
added
them
first
pay-
person.
Yeah, not all of
Oh,
them pay
really?
off, but
Yep.
like there's many other, let's say, plainer games than what Weird West is.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think just based on the unique factor alone.
I don't know. It's the second game on this list to have West in the title. How unique can you be?
But it was the first.
Oh, okay. You know
We
what?
didn't
There
go
you
the
go.
best.
No, Evil West was first.
And Kirby in the
Was
Forbidden
it?
West, right?
Kirby in the
Oh,
Forbidden
Forgotten
West?
Land.
Kirby in the Forbidden West.
Oh my gosh.
Horizon.
Kirby Journey to the West. He's got a monkey
Horizon
tail.
Forbidden Kirby.
Now
Never
that
mind.
is
Thing
the
in
game I
China.
would play. Kirby appears in Horizon, just
Yeah, that might
immediately
make it
eats
good, yeah.
Aloy, and
Waddle
that is a
Dee
got a
good-looking
bow.
game.
Waddle Dee won't shut up.
Do we want to cut Wordle because Wordle was last year?
Yeah,
Oh,
did
it
it do
was?
enough?
I'm
my
cool.
God.
It
with
was late
that.
last
I
year.
think people said that.
Get out
Yeah.
of here then.
If it was mostly
Yeah.
last year, then
I'm
yeah,
okay
but
with that.
Yeah, and it's not like they changed it up in any significant way.
On that same tip, what
It was
about not words?
October last year.
Not words?
Not words
That
is
did-
good, but I don't
that
know
did
if it's
come
a
out this
top
year.
50. I enjoyed it a great deal, but
Okay.
Yeah, I did stop playing it.
I'll say I like Ollie Ollie World. It's one of like skateboarding games and like that kind of Joe Danger type of like, hey, do multiple runs and try to get these different objectives. It did not keep me going though. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's top
Did not.
50.
I don't think it's
We're not
top
playing.
50.
Okay.
Down to 70 now.
Okay.
Making good progress,
Damn.
folks.
2 Point Campus, does that make it?
I think it
Oh,
does.
I like that a lot.
I think
Okay.
it does.
It was kind of good, and it did
It
like
was-
improve on the original.
yeah.
It's not like it's not just like 2 Point Hospital with a different penis.
It had one of my
Put paint on
favorite
it.
moments in a quick look where Jess was recording her own reactions to it and forgot that her mic was on. And then as Jess is like decorating the campus, she just goes, "Aw."
Oh, like
It's just
there-
like the
there was
most
a part where, like,
innocent,
this-
like
this
real
beautiful-
reaction.
there's this part the part you're actually thinking of is like when I was cooking a very large burger, like a burger the size of a room, and like this thing opens up and reveals this beautiful burger, and like I did a genuine little like oh like a little gasp at this beautiful burger. So
Not a
sweet.
shoot, not a shoot. It was all real.
Guys, the hierarchy of the DC universe has
Oh,
changed.
I just saw this. Yeah.
Because Black
No.
Adam is now in multiverses.
Oh.
Man, that
So-
character's gonna look so out of
Does that mean
place
we
in
delete?
like 5 years when, or like a year
Yeah.
when like
Get rid
that
of
game's got like all these great WB characters and Black Adam.
Damn.
But I use that
Yeah.
as a segue to ask if multiverses is good because I'm not a fighting game person.
I think it's top 50. I
Top
50?
definitely
Okay.
had a good time
Okay.
with it. Yeah.
Okay.
I defer
yeah,
to
sounds right.
I defer to the expert.
I played through all of Super Kiwi 64 last night, and it's really cool, really good running around, and like that is
Yeah.
very much in my wheelhouse of like 64 platformer type shit. But you can 100% it in like an hour. It's a fun little kind of almost like demo. There's not a lot going on there. It's a collectathon.
Yeah.
It's,
It,
I think
it is like a
it's really
proof
cool.
of concept for a really good concept. It feels great. It got
Yes.
its due in best feeling games. So,
Yep.
best running around. So we can
Good
cut
running
it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a top 100 game for sure of the
I
year.
also think we can sadly cut Save Room. I really love that
I
game. I've been
know.
talking about that game for
Yeah.
ages. I think the one thing that lets it down is like the puzzles are the same every time you load them up.
Any defenders?
Almost.
No.
No, I understand.
It's so
why we
good
cut
though.
that.
It's such a.
It's great.
I wish the Steam Deck version was a little better, but I played it on
Aw.
PC as well. So for people who don't know, it's the inventory game from Resident Evil 4 as an
Oh,
entire
this
game.
game.
shit.
Oh,
Okay.
It's
shit.
so good
Yeah.
though.
It's
Yeah.
really fucking good. It's
Oh,
really
that makes
fun.
me want to play it. Okay.
It's
Dan,
great.
you'd love the shit out of it if you
Yeah,
haven't
I
tried
streamed it, and
I
it's
love the
so
RE4
much
inventory.
fun.
Okay.
It's short, but it's a goodie, and it's only like $2.
And you get the thing where it's like you can look at the item and rotate it, and you get a
Oh.
description. And
Save
love that
room.
shit.
Save room is
Yeah.
what
and
we're
sometimes
talking
you have
about.
to use some of the items to make room
Yeah.
in the case.
Do you
like
combine items?
strategically
Yeah,
you
but you
use
combine
got
items?
like sometimes
Okay.
it's like I can't fit everything in, but if I put the shotgun shells in the shotgun, I've got
Yep.
more space.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit! There's a whole game of just that. I fucking
Yep.
love that. Okay.
Yeah.
I think like we just I don't know. I feel like we just talked it back to the top 50
I
for me.
I
like,
think
even
so.
though
I
That
think
sounds
so.
it's
awesome
really
to me.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we want to keep it, I'd love that.
I
Yeah,
put it
let's,
back
let's,
on.
let's
I
keep
put
it.
it back
That
on.
was very convincing.
Yeah.
Can we like bold it a little bit as like a shorthand because we all just gushed about it like really hard.
Just to
Okay.
italicize it.
I think it's good. Yeah.
I think it might be safe to cut 45, which is Evil Dead the game.
I was
Yeah.
gonna just suggest
Oh
that.
yeah,
Actually,
I had
like,
fun with it, but dropped it. That should have been the best game that I dropped off. Actually,
there,
Evil
there were
Dead.
so many things that were going for it. I thought, but it would actually playing it was a slog. It was really fun.
It's a
Yeah.
bummer.
Who likes Modern Warfare 2?
That's the one I wanted to cut at the very first round, but
Yeah,
then I
was, it
know
was when I was eyeing as well.
I know
and
that
was gonna say
Bacalar and his boys.
Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a vote for me and the dumb idiots I play with. So it's like 11 votes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if you guys all like love it unconditionally, I think
You
then
know,
maybe.
I think it's
but
fine.
Yep.
I don't,
Did they
I don't.
prepare a statement like Dylan did?
No, they can't fucking put sentences together. I think, yeah. I mean, I would not lose sleep cutting that game. I play it a lot. I still play it a lot. The honeymoon has not ended for me with that game, but at the end of the day, I totally understand if that's got to go.
It took like 20 games, but I finally hit like Call of Duty campaign fatigue and didn't finish this one. And like I played a little Warzone and I was like, look, I got Fortnite now. I don't need this. And look, it's well made. It's just like it's did not do anything for me this year.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a very pretty game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Like the new Warzone's pretty good. But you know, I get it. Like all that said, I just don't know if like it still should be here. So.
What you're saying is that Dan, Jeff Grubb, and I ruined your time in Warzone enough for you to hate Call of Duty
Yeah.
now.
No, the
Yeah,
fact
guys.
that you guys are like borderline
USA.
unplayable.
yeah.
I think we're just
Put
the
that on my
18.
box
We're a
cover.
bunch of wild cards, is what we are.
Yeah.
That's what I always think.
Totally. But yeah, let's lose it. Who cares?
Cuphead Delicious Last Course.
Really good.
It is very good. Is it enough?
I don't know if it's enough.
Because it's DLC, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, but so is
it
Overwatch
feels-
2.
Counts.
Like Overwatch 2, just because they put a 2 on it, like this is where we're at in games right now,
Yeah.
where Overwatch 2 is DLC, but they put a 2 on it, so we're gonna consider it a sequel. I think we just gotta like look at it game by game. I think this is enough. If it was also so much more to get in the top 50, I think being kind of more of the same loses some of the luster in terms of a top 50.
It makes a lot of sense.
So you're thinking
And I love Cuphead. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Show is fantastic.
Unbelievable.
Yes, really good.
Oh,
show.
would like
Get
Lucy.
better.
to-
Show's amazing.
I would like to nominate Cutting, one of the ones that I put on, which is sad, but it did beat out a lot of like quote unquote real games. The Man is a very small indie joint. I understand not a lot of people have played it. It's also similarly like almost a tech demo. It's very short. So I'm not too heartbroken to admit like, okay, is this enough game to be on the list? Okay,
Sure.
get out of here.
Okay.
Man's gone.
As Dusk Falls was right above it. Does anyone want to defend that one?
I just
I
didn't get
hear
the
it's
chance
good.
to
I just
play it.
haven't played it.
Like
Yeah, let's get rid
yeah.
of it.
Gone. I found Signala's painfully boring.
Jess is you
Is
chose
that
to talk
okay.
about
I'll
that
wait for her
just
to
as
be
soon as
back.
Jess
Okay.
talked about
She just left. We'll wait till she's back.
I think that's I
Did
only
you
checked out
play
a
it, or
little
you
bit
just
of it.
watch someone else play it, Dan?
I watched Tim Turry play it for too long while he was
long.
here, and it's
Were you drunk?
well, let's save it. Oh yeah, let's.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
I like
Usually
Signalis too.
invalidated.
So
What?
Yeah.
It's just like I know what boring is when I'm drunk. We'll wait till Jess is back.
I
for
played
some-
it when
My
I
man
wasn't
plays
drunk,
100
and I
rounds
found
of
it boring.
Mario Party.
Let's save
Did
it.
somebody
Let's save
nominate
it.
Signalis? Because that game.
for a hot.
Save it for Jess.
No.
We'll wait.
I don't think that's
I
getting
enjoyed
cut,
it enough that I
but-
think
Don't
it's a
cut
top
that.
50. More so, than
Yeah,
some
I
other
think
stuff
it's
we put
definitely
here.
top 50, but
Yeah,
I do agree
absolutely.
that it's kind of like
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not. It's not beyond the top 50. For
What
sure.
about The Quarry, number 12 here? Does that?
No.
I
Okay,
that
well,
I
that game
liked
is
it, but it's not.
yeah, that game.
Yeah.
Go on, Lucy.
Get rid of it.
Tell him.
Yeah, you can get.
Tell him.
It's not great.
Gone.
What about that Potionomics game, Lucy? What do you did you?
I
think
checked it out based off of Lucy's recommendation. Lucy, if you want to go off first.
I just think it's really cool. It's like a little management kind of thing. You go to an island, your uncle's. It's Stardew, but with making potions, and there's a lot of upgrade stuff. The one thing I will say about Potionomics is that, like, if you don't pay attention, it's very easy to like fuck up.
Sure.
So that's the one thing I would say against it. Like, a friend of mine had a fucking spreadsheet where she was min-maxing everything, and I feel like if that's the way that you're gonna have to play it, it's maybe not as cozy as you'd want it to be. I'm fine with it going. I had a fun time with it.
I like
Just
that
got-
game a lot.
Mm.
All right.
It reminded me of being a barista and how you just feel invincible behind the counter and you think you can flirt with any and everyone. Grandmas, single mothers, single fathers, all of them.
Dilfs, milfs, and gilfs.
Yes.
That's all you need.
Exactly.
I called,
Jess, you left
I
and
called-
immediately Dan
yeah.
tried to cut Signalis.
I did not know you were. I said it was painfully
exactly
boring.
how
It
it
seems
happened.
really boring. So we're waiting for you to come back.
Oh.
My fucking
Seems like
god.
a boring, not great game.
We did not let him do it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
gonna-
no.
It's on the 50. I don't
I
even
set up for
argue.
it too.
It's probably
There
going to
is-
get to 20.
Yeah. No.
No. Okay.
No. No.
We'll keep it. We'll keep it.
No.
We'll keep it.
Okay.
And I'll be
We'll keep it.
damned. I'll be fucked. I'll be damned and fucked and fuck you if Immortality doesn't get cut before Signalis. That's insane.
Well, they're
Yeah.
Well,
They're just
none of us
unrelated.
know how to pronounce
I mean,
Signalis.
both on here.
Right.
Two very different games.
They're both on
we'll
here.
get to it.
I guess I like Immortality, but I don't know if I need to get it in the top 50.
It's my 10 this year, but then I compare it to
wow.
everything else on this list. I don't immediately seeing it sticking to the 50. I feel like there's better arguments to be had for a lot of these other games.
I think I deserve it to not be in the top 50 because I was assured that Immortality would not even really be discussed today. I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to
What?
prepare. I didn't have to
I didn't make
prepare
those assurances.
anything.
I didn't say that.
Somebody
Did you
said,
dream that?
I'm not naming names, but somebody assured me that it probably wouldn't come up and I wouldn't have to do anything because I was going to make like a 3-minute, like, here's why I hate this video. I was going to make a tiny little thing that because I can't talk about this game without getting passionately angry about it and seeming completely fucking batshit and unreasonable. And here I am looking like that again. So I really wanted to make a dispassionate 3-5-minute video that was like, here's the bullet point list of why I can't stay in this game, why it shouldn't be on the top, whatever. And I think
mean,
I deserve it to not even be on the top 50 because I was
I
told,
think-
no, don't worry about it. It's not
Well,
gonna
I
come
think-
up."
What were you
I
gonna say,
think
Dan?
other people having it on their list means that it shouldn't automatically be removed from a top 50.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
I
don't
didn't
feel
know
great
someone
about
had
it.
it on their list. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. How would
Yeah,
I
but
know
that-
that?
That doesn't really factor into whether it should be here or not.
But
But it
since
factors
this is
into how I'm
on
approaching this argument.
since this is on my top 10 and I feel comfortable saying that I don't believe it belongs on the top 50,
Yeah,
I'm fine
same.
cutting Immortality.
Right. I think I'm like the second, most into Immortality, and it's like in my top 15 maybe. So, this was always going to happen as we get closer to 50. We're going to start cutting those kinds of games that are 9 and 10 on a list.
I did wind up downloading like 5 FMV games afterwards, and I think I have a sickness.
Enjoy
Yeah,
the better ones,
nice.
Jan. Enjoy the better ones.
I thought about buying a VCR.
Try
Yeah.
out Phantasmagoria too.
I almost bought like a
That's a little
VHS of stuff and just like fast forwarding and all that jazz. But yes, Immortality. I think we can cut it.
Yeah.
Yep, let's cut it.
I would love
Okay.
to explain why, but people seem to really hate when I try. So
No, it's already gone.
it's not happening. It's gone.
I think we can go ahead and also cut my number 9, which
What's
is
that?
Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's
if
number
I
49.
played more of this, I'd be kind of maybe arguing. I played a good solid 12 hours for a marathon, and then I didn't touch it again for months and tried to go back to it, and I couldn't. I really enjoyed my time with it, but I didn't play enough to try to argue it onto the list. So let's cut it. Yeah, that's going to be in my top 10, though, I think, even just based on that 12 hours.
Yeah, I think it's out of the 2 Pokemon games to come out this year, it is infinitely the more superior one.
Yes, it's way more fun.
The Backlar, you can tell Dylan that my love for Pokemon is still around because of Arceus and Potato Mochi.
He don't believe you. I mean, you'll have to tell him yourself. But
all right.
We only need to cut 10 more. Let's look at some other ones here, like Faith. What is that?
Faith is really cool. So it is like an Apple II slash Atari style sort of game, including the music and stuff like that. Remember that
Cool
song
music,
from
yeah.
Remember the song from yesterday
Gotta
that had
have
like that
faith.
robotic
Super Faith.
Yeah.
voice?
Oh,
It was
that
super
one.
cool. But basically it is like a survival horror game where your only weapon is a cross. You are trying to exorcise demons and stuff like that. And it's surprisingly atmospheric for being like in this really ancient graphical style and all that stuff. I understand that not a lot of people played it though, except me on staff. So I do understand if it needs to get cut and if it's
Just
not
I've
top
never
50.
heard of it until the
Well,
music
that's-
happened.
That's on you.
I know. That is.
I think didn't Backlar, you played this, right?
Faith?
Faith?
No.
Okay, I thought
Little-
you said-
I didn't play it. I saw some video of it.
Okay, we were talking about it. That must have been what you said. Okay, my bad.
Mhm.
All right, so Jess, you're okay cutting it?
I
I'm okay
mean,
cutting
we
it.
cut the Bible 2 days ago, so
Right.
faith is just out the window
Yeah,
at this
and
point.
we were right
Oh,
to do it.
thank God.
Let's take a look here. Is there any weird game that
I don't know if
What was
anyone of-
Domekeeper? Domekeeper. What's the deal with that?
Oh, Domekeeper is great. We can't.
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
will fight for that
Yeah,
one. It is
Domekeeper's
a.
fun.
Okay.
It's one of the games on Steam Deck. It's like my most played after Vampire Survivors. It is you basically
Wow.
you build a little base and then you're on the planet of you're on the surface of a planet. You have like a little dome, and then you just dig downwards. The thing that I think Domekeeper and you dig downwards, you find resources, you upgrade your dome, and then every so often there'll be a wave of aliens that come and attack you. It is really great, and I think the one thing it nails is movement is really great, and also it creates tension in such a great way because you can hear when the aliens are coming, and then it's up to you to like quickly get back up as quickly as you can. Otherwise, because it's very I'm articulating this terribly. I have not woken up yet today. Because your dome is very, very fragile. It's great, wave based, and I love it.
Let's keep that. I want to bring up Card Shark. I played it. It was described to me as like WarioWare card tricks, which sounds extremely up my alley. It's got a cool art style. It's got some fun, like mini game type ideas of like learning how to cheat at cards and get rich and stuff like that. It's ultimately though it was a little too one note and not all of the like mini games are hits. I don't know if that makes it on here.
I played a little bit of it this past week. I was enjoying it, but I could already see the one noteness, and I'm okay with cutting it.
Okay.
What about Steel Rising? Is that a Wii game? It sounds like a Wii game.
That's what it sounds like. I don't know it at all.
It's a Souls-like,
Okay.
set
Oh, right.
in France.
Oh shit! Yeah,
with the
okay.
automatons.
Oh
Yep.
God, this! I didn't know this
Um,
came out. Oh my God.
I started playing it and I did not enjoy it,
Okay.
Okay.
so I stopped playing it.
There
Hey,
we go.
Defenders.
There you go.
Nope.
Yeah, there's a
Sorry.
couple of these games on the bottom where we just were listing
Yeah.
stuff. Like China. I mean, maybe they're not Chinatown Detective Agency.
I
Some-
didn't check it out. I wanted to,
All right, let's.
but I
Easy
think we
cut.
can cut it.
Yep.
Sucker for Love.
That's a cute indie game. You can cut it. I understand that like no one
Oh.
else played it, but it's
Is
a
that the
date.
Cthulhu looking like a
Yeah.
dates? Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
right.
It's
yeah.
a dating sim where you date like horrific, H.P.
Eldritch
Lovecraft
monsters,
style, eldritch monsters, and it's actually quite funny and has pretty good voice acting and really funny
Yeah,
like
it's well done.
music. It's like playing on the really stupid cliches of like the visual novel dating sim situation.
Yep.
But I understand that that's a pretty niche situation, and I think I'm only I'm probably the only person that played it, so I understand it not being top 50.
I liked what I saw.
It's top 50 in my heart.
There you go.
Do people like Overwatch 2?
Bless you.
Some
I've heard
people
nothing
really
about this
do.
game.
Yeah, I like
okay,
it,
I'm
but I just haven't played as much as I want to play.
I'm so conflicted about it because
I think there's other stuff we can
fucking-
cut. I think there's other stuff we can
Yeah.
cut
Okay.
before. Roller Drome.
I bounced off pretty. I
love
wanted to
that
like
game.
it so much more than I did like it.
There's some style to that game.
He
It's
looks
got
so
so much
cool.
style.
Absolutely.
The actual the difficulty's weirdly tuned. I fell off pretty quick after like a couple days of playing it. It is way more style than it is like solid gameplay.
Yeah,
I always felt
do-
like I was fighting the controls in that game.
I enjoyed a great deal. I think it's a top 50. I think
Okay, let's see if there's anything else we can cut.
yeah.
Okay, so mortuary system. We haven't really talked about that.
Jess, I mean,
There's some really spooky dudes in there.
I'm killing all my indie darlings. Oh my goodness.
it's I think like this is some of the most fun I've had on the site. We managed to do this unprecedented 3 quick looks on one game.
Yeah, that says something, doesn't it?
That says something. That freaky little lad. He's real freaky.
I think they did an incredible job making like a so it's hard enough, as evidenced by the Callisto Protocol, to make a scary game to begin with.
Yeah.
It's even harder to make a procedurally generated scary game because all of those scares are procedural and based on what you're doing and how long it's been since the last one happened, and pulling from a variety of different tricks and traps that they can do to you, and it keeps you like so on your toes. And I think like even just the idea of a procedurally generated like scare system is like really, it's so cool, and it's so crazy that they pulled it off so well. So I don't know, I feel like that's at least in the 45 to 50 range for me.
Keep it. Keep it.
What about?
I have 2 real quick. One that I want
please.
to just take the temperature on, and then another that I want to ask you guys about to like work it out with me now instead of later. Okay, so first one's Stray. Does anyone actually want to put that in the top 50? I really
Not
don't.
really.
But if you guys do, I'll hear you out.
I'll put my cat
Didn't
bias
play it.
aside.
I didn't play it.
I beat the game. It's you get to be a cat. It's
I
fun to jump around as a
played
cat,
it
but
until
there's
it
not a
turned
whole
into
lot
the
to
other
it.
game that it
puzzles-
is, and I was so ready to be done with it.
The puzzles are so rote, and it's just like there's not a lot going on besides hey, the internet likes cats, and that's why.
And I like cats a whole lot, and it didn't do much for me, which I think is kind of a. I don't know. I don't think it's a very good game.
I
Yeah.
would be up for cutting that.
I love cats, and I didn't get around to playing it. Like
Mm.
I
so-
think that game. I love cats, as you know, but I
Yes.
think that game does more than just its cats. I think the movement is really, really interesting, and I think like,
Yeah, that's fair.
how platforming as a cat, it's not as easy as you might think. It might not have that much like complexity to it, but I
Mhm.
still think that it's done a decent amount in terms of movement and world and kind of like making that intriguing. I would rather have it on here than a bunch of other games that are on here.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah,
that-
for
that-
sure.
that's exactly. I was just wanting to hear that. If that's the
Yeah,
case,
yeah.
let's
I
keep
would
it for
rather
now.
Cut it yet. Yeah.
DNF
Yeah.
Duel.
Oh boy.
That's for Jason.
Oh shit. It's it's a completely competent fighting game for real. It's based on like a weird fucking free to play motif, and they haven't supported it much since the launch. This seems like another like one of the arcs that's like they're churning out another IP because somebody gave them a bunch of money. But like I said, it plays well. It's fine. It's fun, but
Jason, what
it
does
does-
DNF stand for in this game?
I don't know. Dungeon
not
Fighter.
fuck.
Did not
Duke Nukem
finish.
Forever.
I think it's
Someone
supposed
told
to
me
be
last night, and I
Dungeon
already forgot
Fighter.
again.
Yeah, I think it's Dungeon Fighter.
Dungeon in Fighter, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Well, that's just silly.
I do
Yeah,
find it
but,
suspicious that Ryu would be talking shit about a fighting game.
Yeah, that's
Right?
like it's pretty biased.
Conflict of
I
interest
know.
here, I think.
Yeah. there
Let's
is a conflict.
can we cut it? DNF Duel.
Jason?
Yeah.
I think Jason pretty much nailed it as the other fighting game liker. Like when we did our quick look, we were like, "Yep, this is definitely a functional game, but it's
this is
completely
fine.
soulless." Like,
Yep.
Let me keep
people
the
actually
ball
play
in
on?
Jason's court here.
go
Midnight
ahead.
Fight Express, because I played.
I
a
think we
bit of
should
that.
keep that.
I
I
like
like
it.
that
It's just
game.
like it feels kind of I'm trying to think of a way to say this without it seeming mean, but
No,
like
that's
when
like
you go
one
to like
person
the
made it.
customizations of the menus and just like some of it seems pretty fucking low range.
It's
you know,
a
like,
one-person fucking
Okay.
development team.
All right, all right.
So I back the fuck off.
Sure, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Wow,
We
try not to
stand
sound mean.
Combat's good. The
The
combat's
coolest thing
fun.
I've ever heard.
It's good. It's definitely good.
It is. It is very good. Yeah,
All
there's
these
so
games
many.
at this point are good.
There's so many different scenarios in that fucking game, and different like. Oh man, yeah,
Okay.
I like the game a lot.
Did anyone play Monkey Island? If they did, I just want to.
No, I did not.
No.
No.
Really?
Okay, see, we got to make sure nothing like that gets through the
Yep.
top
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Get out of here. All
You know, I
the-
want to play Rumble. Wish I played Rumbleverse more than
yep.
I did. It's a really good game. It controls like that Hulk game from PS2, GameCube 360, I think.
You can
Ult-
climb
Ultimate
up.
Destruction? Ultimate Destruction?
Yes.
It
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just
You
that
can
game.
climb
That
up
game.
buildings.
You haven't played
like,
Rumbleverse? We got to play
Oh.
Rumbleverse.
I played the beta like once.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
got the
If you
best
guys
elbow
wanna get
drop
into
of the year.
Rumbleverse,
Yeah.
I'm here
Let's
for
do
you.
let's do a UPF Rumbleverse.
yeah,
Okay.
it's duos max, I believe, right?
No, they got trios.
Oh,
for a limited time.
Shit.
Trios for a limited time. It may be up already. I'm not sure.
I call being the Pentagon of the group.
Although, I'll be the Phoenix.
Okay, maybe we don't cut it then.
All right, yeah. Somebody in the chat just said you can DDT someone off a building, so we should definitely. keep
Dan,
it.
it also has the
Yo.
best elbow drop. I think Grubb said
Yes,
it, but
elbow
it is
drop of the year,
legitimately.
absolutely.
I'm in favor of keeping this at this point.
Elbow drop.
Dan,
Two
can you
games-
guess how much damage the Stone Cold Stunner does?
It has to be 316.
It is exactly
Okay.
316
Oh my
damage.
god.
Okay, okay,
You
all
could-
right.
They probably
all right.
based the economy of damage off of that. Everything else
Yep.
worked off of
Yep.
making that make sense.
Perfect.
The one I wanted to like actually talk through real quick, Atari 50. I really like it. I want it to be in the top 10, but we're gonna get to like point where we are, and this is like the game side of like what we're doing here. We're gonna get to the point where we decide the top 20, and I'm like, am I gonna try to argue to get Atari 50 in the top 20 if you guys are then not gonna vote for it for your top 5? I
It's
need
a good
to know
presentation
now.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so Atari 50 is just like this incredible thing that does.
Yes.
It uses a game structure to present the history of this video game company, and it does it in a way where it's really easy to digest and navigate and get around, and it still feels like you're inside of a video game. It's the best digital museum ever. I think
It's probably the
And
best retro collection I've ever seen. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just kind of they nail it. It is what the future of retro collections should be. But if that's not compelling enough for you guys to
I
put in
don't
your
know,
top
man.
fives, that feels like a real tough hill to climb.
I think it's at least a 50. It's in the name.
Yeah, it is in the name.
Oh,
Could be
that's
number
true.
50. Exactly.
Could be number 50. It's
Well,
it
we're
should
not
be.
numbering them yet. We're not numbering them.
Sure.
What about oh shit, what was it? Splatoon 3?
Boy, I like.
I know
Splatoon.
I didn't play it, so I'm just
I mean, we
I
fucked
fell
I'm
off
just asking the
immediately.
question.
Talk about
No,
it.
you
Talk
should
about
ask
it.
it.
No,
You
no,
should
no,
ask it.
you're right.
I love those games. I played the shit out of 1 and 2, and like this came out, and I was like, yeah, I guess I'll play it. It's a Splatoon game. It's Nintendo first party, and I played it, and it was like, I fell off like day 1. It's like, yeah, okay, it's more of this. I'm not really in the mood to keep going with
Yeah.
this, so I would be fine cutting it.
Is anyone
Is-
worried about Live Alive being a remake?
Not
No,
really.
A little bit.
Me neither.
Before we go
Okay.
there, I would like to know who's.
Hang on, are we cutting Splatoon before we go forward?
I just want to
I'm fine with that.
remind everyone that we absolutely smoked Nextlander.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When we went
That
against them.
doesn't change if
Yeah,
we cut it.
100%.
That's
We-
still
yeah,
exists.
No.
to be
That's
clear,
still
we are cutting Splatoon, but we are the best at Splatoon.
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
We're
All
just
right,
cutting it because we
locked
couldn't
in.
find good enough competition. out
That's
there.
what it was.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
not the game's fault.
It's like when Michael Jordan got bored of basketball, so he was like, I'm
Right.
gonna go do something else.
Exactly.
Right,
exactly.
right,
He
right.
cut
That
that.
makes
He
sense.
cut basketball out of his life and went to
Golf.
Golf.
Yeah.
Went to Space
Fuck
Jam.
Baseball. Or that, yeah.
Baseball.
who is into Citizen Sleeper? Because I played that game and
Jan
I
is.
became the Citizen Sleeper.
Yo.
Let me tell you.
Oh.
Yo, Citizen
Oh,
Sleeper.
get 'em.
That's like top 20. That's got to be top
Whoa.
20. Like
I've
out of
heard
all
it's
the
really good.
out of all of the
Yeah.
reading games this year, this made me want to
good.
read the most.
Damn, I was
Maybe
so
we're
bored.
reading
I
It
I
looked very
play,
boring.
I've never been like I've started the tutorial is one of the worst things I've ever played.
I
It's
agree
like,
that
it is like fucking aggressively boring with what it tells you. It's like I'm gonna make sure that you fall asleep right now, and I'm just like, oh god.
I was
Well,
like,
it's
I
Citizen
thought
Sleeper, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was actually pretty good because the tutorial's pretty slow for like the first 5 minutes, but then they're like, okay, and here's how you use the dice, and here's like the mechanics, and as soon as it did that, I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. I want to get to the next day so I can get another set of dice so I can then use them on the various interactions in the world. I guess this might be the year where I realized I'm into some reading games because I played Pentiment, Case of the Golden Idol doesn't have too much reading, but it's a slower game. And then Citizen Sleeper.
You try Norco. Norco's great.
I know. I definitely need to try
Norco's
Norco. Norco's next on my list, but I'm okay with backing up Jan for Citizen Sleeper.
Citizen Sleeper. I'm not ready to put it to bed just yet.
We only need to cut two
very good.
at this
Yep.
point.
We're very close.
So let's go to the ones that only we had Salt and Sacrifice. I'm just going to name ones that we haven't really talked about. Stranger Paradise.
Have we talked about Goat Simulator?
I think that's 50. That's
I think it's 50.
It's a good
Such
time.
a good time, even in those couple of sessions that we did.
See, there's Rift Tracks.
Spider Hack,
There's
yeah, that's
Spider
the one that
Hack.
I wanted to bring up.
Spider
Yeah.
Hack.
I haven't played it. It looks kind of cool.
It's
Somebody tell me on it.
It's incredibly simple, but incredibly fun to master. Just sort of 2-dimensional PvP
It's like
sort of
Nidhogg.
game. Say what?
It's like Nidhogg. It's like a Nidhogg.
Yeah, it
but you play as a
definitely
spider.
brings out the best motions of Nidhogg for sure. I've played since the Bombathon. I've probably put 20 hours into that game with my kid.
That's
We
pretty cool.
absolutely adore it. It's on my top 10 for
All right.
sure.
Oh, nice.
Strong
Yeah,
argument.
let's cut it then.
Yep.
Cool.
You're killing like
Okay.
Wait, yeah, Rift Tracks, real quick. Jess, are we going to try to keep it on here still?
I think it still stays on the 50.
Okay.
I think it still stays on the 50.
It's like down in 50 if it stays on the 50. I wouldn't be like super depressed if it didn't make it to the bottom. To the 50.
Is it doing anything new?
Yeah, that's
than
the thing.
other
It does
like
a couple things.
It's
I think
a
it's
couple
is that
things,
enough?
but
Like
I mean,
I
is it just like, oh, they added sound effects? Is that enough to kind of like give it?
I don't know. I think the
dub?
figuring out. I don't know. I think they cracked something though. I think like being able to bring in like movie clip after movie clip and making it just that one concept and keeping it pretty fun across multiple sessions, and then updating it a lot. So there's a lot of new stuff, and
That is
responding
true,
to the
they
community
updated
to
a
make sure
lot.
that like, we're going to make the Twitch interaction even better. It's good, but
Yeah,
I
that's
think
compelling though. Yeah.
I think we could probably still cut it though. I'm okay with
Rift
that.
Tracks.
It's getting hard at this point because these like what's left is like a lot of pretty good shit here.
Give it a
Yeah.
God of War.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the time to cut Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, I was going to come back to that too.
It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. I think it is legitimately one of the best family games this year. If you've got little ones, Scout doesn't like to play it. She doesn't know how to use a controller yet, so it's real complicated.
give it time.
All right.
Yeah, let's
cutting
cut.
it?
You've got to start Scout off on arcade sticks.
Right.
Before we finalize it, should we just like one more time look over, make sure there's nothing weird on here?
Yeah. nothing
Do
that
we?
like-
Okay. Dan, why don't you read the first 10?
Okay. Signalis, Elden Ring, and at any point, if anybody wants to become like, hey, objection, we can talk about it. Signalis, Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok, King of Fighters 15, Save Room, Tinykin, Pentiment, Marvel Snap, Vampire Survivors, Spider Hack.
There's our 10 right there.
Right there.
night,
Ordered
everybody.
already. Wow.
Jess,
Hey.
if you could read up to 20, please.
Me?
Yes.
Atari 50, Neon White, Norco, Midnight Suns, Power Wash Simulator, The Case of the Golden Idol, Overwatch 2, The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and Fortnite.
Okay. Jason, if you could read 21 to 30, sir.
Evil fucking West. Thank you very much. Tunic, Cult of the Lamb, Dome Keepers, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Sifu, yeah. Sonic Frontiers, Stray, Plague Tale, Requiem, and Roller Drum.
All
We're
right.
feeling good about Sonic, huh?
I feel like
feel
I
bad.
love Sonic Frontiers.
I feel good
I
about
just
it being in
wanna
the 50.
Yeah.
Tam, could you read 31 to 40?
No, I don't want to read that one. Objection! No, I'm kidding. Citizen Sleeper,
Oh, you love
Midnight
that.
Fight Express, Nobody Saves the World, Multiverses, Goat Simulator 3, High on Wife, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, Weird West, and Rogue Legacy 2.
All right. Lucy James, could you read 41 to 50?
I'm gonna do my Xbox announcer voice.
Can
Live
you,
alive.
can you read the Rumble versus Kermit, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Proteus, 2 Point Campus, Bayonetta 3, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy something, Crisis Core, Mortuary Assistant, Salt and Sacrifice, Super Mario Strikers.
Thank you.
Rumbleverse.
Fantastic.
Rumbleverse.
You didn't say Kermit the Frog here.
It's Kermit the Frog here. Rumbleverse is number 50.
This feels good.
That's a good 50.
This is a solid
I'm
50.
good with it.
I was skeptical that there was even 50 really good games that came out this year.
Oh,
Holy shit,
why
was
did
I
you
proven
take away
wrong?
the numbers?
Because it's
these
not
are
ranked.
unranked.
Now we got to move it down to 20, and then we can start ranking.
Oh god.
Do we want to take a quick
God.
bricky break?
Yes.
Yes.
I gotta
yes.
pee.
All right,
Yeah,
all
So
right,
we have to
folks.
be. Yes.
Okay, everybody. We will be back. We've crowned the top 50 games unranked of 2022. After the break, we will get to the top 20 games of the year right after
Jesus.
this break. That's right, brother. We've had to bring in the dead man himself to
Oh my God. With the Sarah tattoo.
with the Sarah tattoo. That's right. We have to go back to that Undertaker.
That time stamps it a bit. All right.
Yeah. To talk about, folks, welcome back to Giant Bomb's Game of the Year, Day 3, the finale. Earlier, we waded through the waters of video games of 2022, and we crowned 50 games, 50 of the best games, unranked, of 2022. And now we will cut further and bring that 50 down to 20 of the best games of 2022.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Are we ready? I asked
Oh,
before
yeah,
we
I'm
came
not.
back up if we were ready.
I know. I said
I
yes,
did,
and
but I felt
oh
pressured
my
to
God.
say I was okay.
All right, folks, fading back to black. Just kidding. All right. So I know last time we took the approach of going around the room and cutting. I suggest we go around the room, each person, and everyone has a bold.
I love
And
it.
bolding
We'll
it.
bring it down. I'll cut and paste it down into
Yes.
the silver tier there as we
We'll bring
go.
it to
This is just for silver tier or for
So this is okay. So we're gonna bring down. It's gonna get whittled down to 20 by the end of this segment here, and those will be the 20 that we can vote on that are eligible for the voting system. But if we bring down more than 20 right now, we will whittle it down to 20. So we don't.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a hard 20 just yet.
Okay.
We'll make it hard later after we've all gotten our hands on it and make it a hard 20 afterwards. Okay.
After a Boner Pearl commercial, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
I've got
gonna.
my sword. I'm ready.
So we're cutting.
We're
No, we're bringing things
bolding.
down.
Bolding.
Bolding.
I'm
Bolding.
going to be cutting.
But we've
using my
cut
blade.
cutting.
Yes.
We will be cutting by
Yes.
bolding.
Yes.
We'll be moving by bolding.
Moving by bowling, but then that will
We're
leave the ones
running up
behind and they will be cut.
escalators.
Is that confusing enough?
We got 8 of us here. Let's do 2 rounds of going around and no questions. We can just, say our piece on why we think something should be brought up to the silver tier, and that's 16, and then we can decide on other ones to bring
Okay.
I love it.
I like that.
All right.
Okay.
Dan, I'd nominate you going first.
Oh, as much as I like Sonic Frontiers, I don't know if I'm ready to bring that down right away or bring it up, however you want to put it. What is one that I personally want to make sure makes it to the next stage and not waste it on like an obvious Elden Ring or something like that?
See, that's the
Vampires.
game here. You have
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
balance.
someone has to do it.
Okay, I'm doing this. Power Wash.
Okay.
I'm bringing it down. It's one of my favorite games of the year. It's probably going to be
Bring
my
it
top
up?
5. Bring it up. Yeah. Well, on the dock, it's moving it down, but it's bringing it up into the silver tier.
It's like
20.
Fallout Boy.
Oh,
We're
okay.
going down. Never mind.
Exactly.
in an
Yes.
earlier round. I'm gonna
Exactly,
put numbers
Fallout
on this, just so we know when we've got 20.
Good
Okay,
shout.
it might
Oh,
be
good-
weird on
good
the
shout.
taste that
Very
way,
good
but
shout.
see.
Yeah.
Thanks, Best LJ.
Dan,
That's why she's creative producer.
Yep. Well, that's
Your-
Best LJs of the year.
your second nomination.
Oh, can we
Oh,
can we do rounds?
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
rounds.
let's do rounds.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Jeff Baccalar.
Less pressure that way.
The ball's in your court, sir.
You mean the
Unless
puck
you're
is in
still
my
eating.
zone.
Okay, the
Um,
puck is
That's what I say.
the puck is on your ice.
Hey, this is my ice and this is my puck. Let's see here. I'm going to.
Really did that into the mic.
That gets picked up.
Keep it. This is a safe one. This is a safe one, Baccalar. Keep that in mind.
No, I know.
Well,
it's
it
a
doesn't mean
safe
it
one.
can't be cut. It just means it will make it to this next thing for discussion. Yeah.
I'm just trying to decide between the two that I kind of want to.
Well, you get to do both eventually, so you can just pick one for now.
Okay, I think into the 20, I would like to do Spider Hack.
All right, Spider Heck. Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think like what is Jan gonna do? Is he gonna move that one up so I don't have to? Let me do Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
Kirby.
Kirby.
Barb.
Lucy.
I mean, this is really stressful. I mean, Vampire Survivors. Come on.
Yeah.
None of this is binding, right? You can move
No,
something
no,
up.
no,
and
no.
if-
It
and if
doesn't
we
mean
let-
that these
if
are
we get
locked
to-
in for the 20. We're just
if we go like to the
2 passes.
16, right? It's not like we're not going to be able to move things up and move things back down.
Yeah.
So
Everything
if
is
we get that
fluid
point
until
and
we
something
are-
you
yeah.
need on the top 20 is left out, we will have that conversation.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I feel less sweaty.
Good.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3, please.
Okay.
Jason, please. Oh,
Yo,
sorry. Tam, then Jason. Sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean to jump the gun.
That's
What's
fine.
this order
Fine.
you're going in? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Order of
I
this,
have
how we're
no
presented
idea.
on the screen. Sorry.
Oh, I thought we were order of couch order. I was like, where are we?
Yeah.
Why are we hopping
I was
around
looking
so
at
much?
couch order.
Elden Ring.
Had to
Sure.
be done.
Somebody had to say it.
He's
Had
gonna
to be
fight for
done.
the little guy. All
I'm
right.
just getting it over with.
Jason, sorry to interrupt you.
Sifu.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Jess.
Signalis.
Okay. Now, do we want to go in reverse order, or do we want to start back at Dan?
I got one ready.
I
Okay.
don't.
Oh,
I
oh,
don't.
all right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, go back to Dan.
I think we should go back to Dan because
All right.
Okay.
Dan, your second pick.
Vampire's already on there. Elden Ring's already on there.
you know the pick, Dan. You know the pick.
Is it this? Is it Fortnite?
It's close, but it's not
No.
one.
Oh no, I'll let you have that one. I
Okay,
know which
okay.
one that is. Yes. I'm bringing Fortnite down.
Shit. Oh, jeez.
There it is.
It doesn't mean it's gonna make it.
Okay. Jeff Bacalar.
God of War.
Damn, you took my joke. I was gonna do that in the next one.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Now it goes to Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, neon white.
Okay.
Thank you. I was genuinely very stressed there for a
Me
second.
too. I had to make that happen.
Lucy James.
I didn't mean to sound like Alanis Morissette there. Like,
Whoa, you really did.
No. Can I just explain my reasoning?
Yeah, of course.
I'm very
Of
I would love to- I would
stressed
love to hear that.
because
Just because
'cause I
no one
want-
else has doesn't mean you can't.
I want Tinykin and Pentiment, but I feel like Jess might also pick Pentiment if I don't, but she said she has another one locked, so I don't know.
And
This
just
is
remember,
know.
nothing
Never
is
know.
binding.
Nothing's
We will
locked.
get to talk. Everything,
Previous-
even if
the
we don't get it
previous
in these
one.
rounds,
Yeah.
everything can come down and go
Okay,
back up.
okay.
All that.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
The
All
first
right.
one that I was talking about was neon white.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, in that case, just because I really love both of these games, but I feel like there's more people have played Pentiment, I'll pick Tinykin,
Nice.
which I really enjoyed.
Okay.
Both very
One
good.
for me.
Stuff. Stuff.
I don't know if anyone can see what I'm highlighting, but I don't.
Oh no.
I'm looking at Marvel's.
I don't know
know.
if we want to change it the formatting is off in the actual stream, so folks are getting maybe like half of the words.
Okay. I'll fix that as I pick my next one. Marvel Snap.
Oh.
Okay.
Jan,
Okay.
Jan, don't worry. I'll just tab it over.
An
There you go.
Oh.
Now it'll be lined up.
angel.
Ooh, so smart.
Okay. Tam.
Evil West.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, Jason.
Shit, that was mine. Midnight Fight Express.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. Jess.
See, y'all did me an unkindness by knowing that Pentament's gonna be up here, but I was hoping to say Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, so now I'm in a predicament. We're all gonna end
We're
up
all in a
saying
predicament, it's
Pentiment,
fine.
right?
Pentament's
set the
going up
table.
there. Honestly, you could just move it there right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's again. This is just,
Get it.
yeah,
Okay.
We'll put Penman down there.
Because I'm saying Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Cool.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
Ooh.
Someone
Whoa.
sent me something, and I was like, "What?"
all right. So
All
that
right.
brings us to
Now it's-
17.
So let's just start discussing now what should move to the silver tier and what should, if anything, should go back down. So
Like, what's the big standout to anyone?
that's still back there. Mario and
like,
Rabbids.
oh fuck! I
think-
everything that's on here so far.
Yeah, I think Tunic should be on the bottom list.
Oh,
Yes.
I could see that.
shit. Fuck. Yeah, I think Tunic.
I'm fine
Yeah,
with
move
moving
it down.
Tunic down. And again, nothing is permanent.
Nothing
until it
is locked.
Everything is permitted.
Nothing is fucked, dude.
Tunic's fucked. Tunic is fucked.
Tunic.
Tunic.
It's Tunic in it.
I really liked Nobody Saves the World.
I did too. It's in my top 10 for
Thought
sure.
It was great.
I would be up for moving that down for now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we go one more before we.
Yeah, do we want to go one more round around?
Yeah.
I think we should just have like open discussion now about like
Yeah.
moving stuff down and bringing stuff up. You know?
Okay. I want to give the last shout out to Mortuary Assistant because I don't think it's going to make the top 20 here.
Yeah.
Really, the gameplay loop, it does get repetitive, but there are like there are a lot of secrets, and like what Jess mentioned, it's really hard to make a horror game that doesn't just feel like streamer bait. But I feel like there's a lot underneath the hood there, story-wise, and then run to run that you can do, and it's like genuine scares because it is since it is run to run, and you never know when that freaky little dude is gonna pop up.
They are so clever. Like the people that made this are so fucking clever, and they know that. You know what's scarier than something shouting at you? It just staring at you from the corner until you notice it.
Yeah.
That sounds
my
creepy as hell.
God, it's awful. Like there's so many corner of your eye scares in this game that make you feel crazy. It's like, did I just see that? And
Right, it
there's some
taps into that
are in your face.
It
Like,
taps
oh,
into that fear of like, did I just see something on the corner of my eye? And then like having that translate to the game, it goes really well. Also, there's voice acting, but also maybe the worst apartment in a video game this year.
It has that incredibly charming, like indie B game jank to the cutscenes, where like the models are not quite shaded right, and like, the acting of the characters are very stilted. I just find that so charming, but I recognize that it probably can't hang in the top 20 though.
Okay. Should
Something
we make?
that I also acknowledged probably shouldn't be in the top 20 is we said Atari 50 earlier, but also High on Life. Because I haven't finished it, and it is really annoying at the start.
If we're talking about ones that are definitely not going to make it, let's make like a bammer here. I believe we called it in the past, where we'll put it in the bammer if it's definitely not going to make it up. So I will scoot it up closer to the bronze tier thing. So High on Life in the bammer.
Okay.
All right,
And
moving it up. What
Mortuary
else?
Assistant and
Atari.
Wait, wait. Are we moving Atari 50 out into the bammer?
We don't have to right now. If
I mean, I think like when do we do the thing where we say this is a good reason to vote for this in your top 5? Like we should make a plea for it.
Once we get to the
once we get like the 20 locked in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
which we're far
if we're
from
going to
that,
wait for
so-
that, I'm like, I don't know.
Don't blow your
talking
load
about,
just
like,
yet.
We're talking about
Okay,
like
then-
unanimous, like, hey, we're okay with this one not making the top 20. So
Yeah.
like you said,
Okay.
Mortuary Assistant.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's going in the bammer.
On that same tip, Midnight Suns is the most pleasant surprise I've had this year. Firaxis knows how to make a video game, and they know how to make a good Marvel video game, and I really do not mind.
Yeah, Marvel Snap.
I don't want to be a bitch. They don't know how to write one.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, she's right.
You are so
Dang.
right. I will say I will
Lucy
never
James.
forget my time with Robbie Reyes on top of the roof staring at the stars.
Yeah, that was romantic.
And then
That's
the
pretty
thing,
good.
I'm really enjoying the game so much, but like Joss Whedon, has
Ruined.
to answer for his fucking crimes.
He
Yeah,
has a
there's-
lot of crimes,
Both
to be
alleged and writing crimes.
Yeah, there's
We-
like
we have-
magic and parts of Robbie are done okay, but like I am once again offering my services to game developers to cringe check your script.
I would
because
love to be a script
oh
doctor
my
on some of
God.
these things. Oh boy, High on Life is really marred. Excuse me, really marred by the Roylandiness of it, and like you were saying, the Joss Whedonness of this one. And there's probably one other one in here that I don't want to go on a rant about, but yeah, more script doctors in games, please.
Is Midnight Sun's going in the Bammer?
Midnight Suns is going in the Bammer.
It's in the Bammer.
If you like Fire Emblem Three Houses, this might be up your alley, though.
I'm okay with 2 Point Campus being in the Bammer.
Me
Okay.
too. I really liked it, but didn't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah,
Just a lot of good British humor, you know?
The
I
good
also
kind.
would put
Yeah.
Bayonetta 3 in the Bammer.
Yeah.
You know, like that didn't really blow into its way.
Bayonetta
It
3 is
seems.
actually in my top 5.
Okay.
Okay,
You don't have
I
to put it in the Bammer yet.
I'm
in
not
the Bammer?
ready yet. I'm not
Okay.
ready yet.
Proteus is really cool for what it is. It
Bammer.
nails that thing it's doing, but I think we can bam it.
I think we can.
Bam Stray too.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Sure.
That
Yeah,
made it?
that-
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, I forget how that snuck into the 50.
Have we
it's a cat. It's-
discussed
yeah.
Crisis Core at all yet?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
I
bit.
mentioned
A
it.
little bit.
A baby's hair. And for as much as this pains me, this is really high on my personal list. I think we can put Citizen Sleeper into the
Sleep?
Bammer. We can put it
yeah,
to sleep.
You really love that game, though. Shit.
It's this and the other game I'm gonna fight to the death for. Just really just makes you. It gave me that moment where I had to like put down the controller, my mouse and keyboard, and just think like, and just a deep exhale of like.
John, you can have two games that
I
make you
just
feel
don't-
that way.
I just don't
It's
think
fun.
that based off of the
Yep.
discussion and where we're going with the top 20, and just knowing where Citizen Sleeper will fall amongst everything.
Right, because it's going to get to a point where it's like people are voting on 5, and are you going to be able to argue it on anyone else's top 5?
I don't think so. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic game. It's on Xbox Game Pass. This was a good first foray for me to get into these style of games. Like I wound up downloading Disco Elysium afterwards because I thought that wasn't a game for me. But after playing Citizen Sleeper, it's definitely like a good gateway game into that.
God damn
Fantastic art, fantastic music. Fantastic game.
I hate Game of the Year. God damn it. This bums me out.
It's
going
it's
in the
okay,
Bammer?
Jason. We can put it in the Bammer. I'll
in the Bammer.
I'll miss you.
Same thing for me. This is in my top 3 personally. Case of the Golden Idol.
Shit.
It is magic. It's magic in the same exact way that Return of the Obra Dinn is. They just use video games in a
Oh,
way to make you
man.
actually feel like a detective. And boy, it's powerful stuff when it works. But I'm the only one who played it, and it's only number 3 on my personal list. That's like,
Only.
yeah, I know it's really is fantastic. But I don't think it needs to be on Giant Bomb's top 20. There are other things that I would fight for more.
Save Room sounds really cool, but I feel like it kind of eked its way onto the top 50, so
Yeah,
I feel
I
like that's not
was-
going to make it onto 20.
I was just about to bring that up, and Tam was the other person that was fighting for it too.
Before we cut Save Room,
Sure.
Mhm.
may I throw something under the blade in front of it? And it hurts to do this, but I only do it because I enjoy pain.
Yes, we know this.
Elden Ring.
Overwatch 2.
Oh,
Ooh.
Okay.
No, he's right.
Good lord.
The thing is,
Oh.
right, okay, fundamentally, Overwatch 2 is
A great
a
game.
great game. It is a fantastic first-person shooter. Feels good. I love the variety of the heroes, maps, even modes. God forbid
Yep.
I even like push. However, the release has been nothing less than kind of unacceptable. The fact that you're having to rotate heroes out, take them out because they are fundamentally broken, not good enough, as well as all the stuff with microtransactions. Like the fact that you could buy a charm in real life for cheaper than you could buy in
Oh,
the
man.
game.
Yeah.
There's
Also,
some-
skins for characters that were not playable.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
it's a bit much. Like
It's just been
Lucy
a
and I
rocky road.
are like Overwatch
This physically pains me.
obsessives. Like we play that game an immeasurable hours. It's insane how much we enjoy that game and play it. And so we like for us to say this, it takes some real like rough performance on our part.
Okay.
Wow.
On that note, I would also, in terms of maybe sacrificing one of my own, I feel very passionately about Fortnite. I love it. I know we already moved it down. It was actually one of my picks, and now I'm saying, should we bring it into the Bammer? So I just want to take the temperature here. It was a revelation for me this year. I played the shit out of it. Are other people as passionate about Fortnite being in the top 20 as me?
I love the resurgence. I love the enthusiasm. But this game's been out for
It has.
quite a while. Quite a while.
I think it's maybe the best example of a game, one of the best examples of a game, maybe not quite as prominent as Destiny, but of putting out an update that feels like if this game just came out and did have Fortnite 2 on it, people would be like, oh, this is a sequel and this does count. That's not the way games get released anymore.
It's fine taking it's very high on my personal list, and it feels very new to me, and it did a lot of new things, but I totally understand. I don't want to dig my heels in on this.
I think it's not going to make my top 5, and I definitely
like number 3. It's like number 3 for me, basically.
Dan, what are you playing for?
Oh, I think we all know what I'm aiming for.
No, Dan's up to something.
I know.
What? Me? Oh, me?
I don't.
No. I'm in the spirit of fairness here, and I want this to be a genuine Giant Bomb top list. I just want to make sure that I'm not throwing the fucking guys. What?
I know better.
What's the catch?
What are you talking about?
Look at the growth. He's a new man.
Yeah, look at the jacket. Take him
older,
seriously.
wiser.
He's got button-up shirts now that he's not dating on. Okay,
Lasers.
I get it.
Brief aside, what the hell has happened to the Xenomorph?
It collapsed except for the tail. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'm just
rigor mortis.
Jenner, does anyone strongly feel that Fortnite should be on the top 20?
I think it's great. I hate that I've gotten really into it and how much money I've spent on it. But it's absolutely fantastic. I think who knew taking out the building in the game, which is a big part of it, made it really, really fun.
It did.
Also, some of the most fun I've had on the site. But I
will spare you all the digging the heels in here. I'll drive Mike and Mary nuts this weekend with that, but I will spare you guys, and I'll put it in the Bammer. There we go.
Thank you.
Excellent.
I really think A Plague Tale Requiem is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we can put it in the Bammer. I think other than Lucy,
so
I don't know who else played it.
I played it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not finished it, so I don't know if it completely shits the bed at the end or anything, but I'm loving what I've played so far. I think it is a great game. I love the first one. I'm totally fine with it being in the Bammer.
Yeah, I didn't even play the first one, but just getting into the second one, it does a good job at onboarding you as to what happened. And generally what happened is like, oh, fuck, guys, the rats are back.
Fucking rats.
So
Hey,
Bammer?
bro, what do you think
Bammer?
about Mario Strikers?
Hang on. Plague Tale, is it in the Bammer?
Bammer.
Yeah.
Bammer.
Okay.
Bammer.
I was also going to bring up Mario Strikers.
Yeah, let's put it in the Bammer. This is a game that is maybe going to squeak onto my personal top 10. I think in 10 years, we're all going to look back and be like, oh, that game's just fun. I think right now, when it comes down and has pretty disappointing content, it's very easy to cut it from here. I'm glad it made the top 50. I really do think it deserves that. It's one of the best feeling playing games of the year. And that goes not just for the moving the characters around, but the mechanics of the way they sprinkle in the soccer. It's good, but it's not going to make the top 20. Let's put it in the Bammer.
I'm gonna do what I always do every year that I realize this. I'm gonna nominate a bunch of my games to throw into the Bammer.
Don't.
Okay.
Stand up for yourself.
Seriously.
I'm gonna say that we can totally put. It's tradition. It wouldn't be the holidays without it.
God damn it.
Live Alive is a fantastic. I wouldn't even say a remake. It's a loving recreation of the original game. That being said, I just didn't finish it because of the scope of it. Even the little bit with the Cowboys, the Old West stuff, it's like, holy shit, this might be a better cowboy game than Red Dead Redemption 2.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
But not Evil West. Not Evil West.
Oh, but not Evil West.
Better than Red Dead Redemption 2, yes. We agree.
In addition to Live Alive, I think, for as much as it pains me, I thought about causing chaos this year.
Jan, don't.
Jan,
no.
I think you're going a bit too far here.
I must protest.
I
also,
don't.
because I want to say for myself that my partner played this game and fucking loved it.
Guys,
if
please.
that matters.
Guys,
Here's the
please.
thing. I don't want you to sacrifice your game. I would rather fight you and kill it in front of your eyes. So I mean, for that. I think you should leave it on for now.
I also think it should be Giant Bomb's top 20. Like we're not just this. That is a thing.
And in that spirit, and in the spirit of new selfless Dan, I'm going to kill one of my babies here. Sonic Frontiers.
He is up to something.
Sonic Frontiers.
A lot of growth.
I don't know,
This
Dan.
is not a game for the. No. Okay, Jan. Well, if you want to, we can keep Sonic Frontiers.
Suspicious amount of growth going on.
I think Sonic Frontiers with like the stuff that isn't in the Bammer just yet, especially with the room.
We don't have to put Sonic Frontiers in the Bammer. I thought I was just being a nice guy. But I don't
damn
want
it.
to take away something you love, Jan. I don't want to take away something you love.
Oh shit.
So like there's a bunch of games that I feel like we don't really care about that
I
could
feel
go
like
in the Bammer.
Weird
Like
West can go.
Rollerdrome, Multiverses, like
Yeah.
Weird
West.
West.
Can probably
Like,
go
why
up.
are we killing so
Bammer.
many of our babies when
Yeah,
there's other
we don't-
there's
that's a good
other
point. Yeah.
grown-ass
Jan's just
children
being weird
here?
and killing children for no reason.
I'm glad no one wants to get rid
It's
of
my
Sonic Frontiers.
shtick.
The younglings, no.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do some stuff that we don't really have strong feelings about.
KOF 15. I can kill it.
Good game.
I put 45, 50 hours into that. I had a really good time with it. But I don't think it's gonna
Jason,
happen.
would you say it's the best fighting game of the year?
It's on my top 10 for sure. Yep.
Goat Sim.
It's a lot
I
of
have to be
fun.
really careful there.
I like that a lot.
Is that a bubble game? That's a bubble game, I feel like.
That's a bubble game.
Roller
We got the Bammer, we got the
Drome.
bubble, and we got the silver too. Okay, Roller Drome. Yeah.
Roller
Drome.
Drome.
I haven't seen any passionate displays for Roller Drome.
It looks sick as fuck.
It
Yeah.
does
Cool
look
as
sick.
fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know if
true.
it's
It
a top
is, yeah.
20, but
It's I don't think it's a top 20. I think it's a fun, interesting amalgamation of two genres that I didn't have as much fun as other people did with, but yeah.
All right.
It's probably
I
just the
don't know.
coordination, Tam, but don't worry about it. It's all good.
It's been put in the Bammer.
I think they should be numbered so that we can tell how many we have left.
Well,
We only have room. Well, I guess we
We have
don't
two.
only have room. We can move
left
things up
in
and down.
silver. Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah,
nothing's
we-
like numbered until we get to the 20 down there.
Well, I mean, not officially numbered. I mean, just to keep track of how many we have in each category.
Yeah, but it's like we only need two more to fill out the bottom list.
Which again,
See,
things
I
at the
didn't know
bottom
that.
can move up. You know.
Oh,
so-
the silver tier is numbered. Sorry.
yeah, but nothing's locked in.
How do we feel about moving Cult of the Lamb to silver? A lot of us played it.
I
Or do we feel it's silver tier?
think
I've been. Go ahead.
I think it's silver.
yeah, I was gonna say, Jess, I think you might have played it the most out of everyone.
Yeah, I played
beat
the
it.
heck out
I
of that game. I wish there was more of that game. Like, it's my main complaint about the game is that it's a little short. What's
I
up?
fizzled out on it.
My complaint on it is that like it opens up and it has all these cool like kind of management sim type things going on, and that kind of like fades out by the end. I feel like the actual running of the cult, the novelty of that in the back half is less important and less interesting, basically. And the combat itself is not super engaging. Like when I went on runs in the forest, it'd be like, okay, yeah, I guess I got to do this. It's not high up there in terms of like roguelite combat or anything. I
Yeah,
like it.
like,
It
it
might make my
doesn't
top 10.
Yeah, it's not my top 10. But like, yeah, it doesn't stand up against other roguelites that are really, really like genre defining in the
Yeah.
past couple of years, like Hades, even Binding of Isaac. It's kind of
Dead
like halfway
Cells.
between
Mhm.
those two.
I'm sorry, what was that
And,
second
like-
game you mentioned, Jess?
Binding of Isaac.
Never mind.
I think,
Okay.
I think we keep it in the
Hades.
bubble. I think we keep it in the bubble
Nuts.
right now.
Thank you, Grub. Thank you,
For
Grub.
Yeah,
Cult
you're
of the Lamb.
welcome.
I don't what, huh?
Do we move save room to the Bammer?
Yeah, I'm willing to
Could.
let it go.
Could. Yeah. It's mostly because it's very short.
Yeah.
I want,
think.
and I'm very interested in it. I just don't know if it's going to be top 20. I will play it.
Yeah.
What about Bayonetta 3?
I'm fine with.
What are you
Bammer.
doing, Tim?
What's
I
the
just,
guess?
I just
You
dunked.
can't-
I just dunked the Kirby through the net, and no one saw it.
Oh,
All right,
get
that's
it,
the
get
only
it,
excuse
get
you
it
have.
again,
Like,
get
if
it
you
again,
hadn't
get it
done that,
again.
I'd be really mad at you right now,
Oh,
Tam,
yeah.
for messing up the audio listeners. But
Sorry.
because it's that.
You're confusing the hell out of the
Man.
audio listeners.
I didn't have to cut anything today until just now.
Ah.
He dunked it, and the audio listeners need to know it.
It's my bad for putting a basketball hoop on the set.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
knew
go
what would
play.
happen.
I'm gonna
I
get
Jess,
my
know.
you'll
bones.
never learn. You keep putting basketball hoops everywhere.
I can't help it. It's just how
It's
I
your
am.
toxic trait.
I want people to play.
Dome Keeper. Does that make it?
I'm fine with it not. I just really like that game.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, everything in the bubble and silver is
Yeah.
very well liked here.
Yeah.
Crisis Core. Is that making it?
I don't think it's making it.
Yeah, you can let it go. I think it's a good game. It's a really good game. Especially if you've, I mean, whether you've played the original or not, it's a very, very good game. I think. If you enjoyed Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's like imperative that you play it.
I still want to bring up Bayonetta 3. Was it really that bad?
I don't know.
I was extremely disappointed by it.
I was a little disappointed as well, but I still enjoyed that more than a lot of other character action games.
The moments when you're Bayonetta, they're awesome.
Yeah,
they're great, but that's just so few and far between. There's just too much other horse shit they're trying to do in that game.
That's not few and far between. Like, that is the majority of that game, but
it feels like a third to me. I feel like I was just getting pulled away with a bunch of different characters, and like even the parts where you're playing as Bayonetta, a lot of it goes into the like kaiju battle stuff that's super slow and everything. Like, and the Bayonetta stuff, like it's kind of hard to like even see your character a lot of the time. Like, I never had trouble like tracking where my character was in previous Bayonettas. This one was messy, even like during its better parts.
I don't get it.
It's not a bad game. I just thought it was a very disappointing one. I'm not saying Bammer. I'm not saying Silver on that one yet, but yeah,
I'd like it up in the top.
I don't know if it has to go in the Bammer because we got space in Silver.
And stuff that's in Silver can move up if we decide we need to look at something again.
I think we can put Rumbleverse in the Bammer.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Rogue
Jason,
Legacy
what do you think
2.
about
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rogue Legacy.
Agreed.
2. Go ahead.
What do you
I
got?
guess.
Rory really loves Rogue Legacy too.
Yes.
I like it, and
That's good.
I played the first one like 3 different times all the way through. I love Rogue Legacy. This one I don't think did enough to kind of move things forward. It introduced some new mechanics and stuff like that, but it was not enough to keep me going like the first
I
one.
think it spent too much time in like early access. Like I wasn't. Yeah.
that limbo kind of like killed my momentum with the game.
Totally. Yep.
Bammer?
Bammer.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, Black Betty.
Damn,
Okay.
I am.
Shredder's Revenge.
I love that game.
That was a lot of
It's-
fun.
It's such a good beat 'em up. Like it's
It's not the best beat 'em up of the last couple of years, though. I'm like, I like TMNT in the top 50. I just don't know if I like it in the top 20 because I'm like, I could keep comparing it to Streets of Rage 4, and that's probably unfair. But that's what I keep doing, and then I feel a little bit less in love with with Shredder's Revenge.
That is kind of unfair because it's different years.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably unfair.
But yeah, this is a very, very solid beat 'em up in a year of a lot of beat 'em ups. This was probably the best one for me. So that says something. But at the same time, I'm not gonna get too emotional about it.
It doesn't have
Jason, I will leave
Kino,
that to
so
Do we Bammer?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah.
It's in the Bammer.
Kill it.
I want to bring something up here on Silver.
Let's do it.
Spider Heck. I know Backler, you seem to like it a lot. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of other folks that have
you're just
played it.
attacking my kids. Finally, you're gonna get your fucking revenge. You're
Well,
gonna
he's
be
not.
like,
He's not here to defend himself, is he?
Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly.
He's a child. Yeah. Okay. Spider Heck. I don't know. It looked cool. I haven't played it.
Yeah, you didn't play it
sounds-
though, so
I know.
I
but I'm
did
saying, like,
mean for us all to play it at some point over the last 2 weeks, and that's on me, Bacalar. I'm sorry.
I'm saying there's a
Wow.
lot of games on the bubble right now that numerous people have played and feel pretty strongly about. Versus like the Spider Heck still hanging Silver. We don't have to
It
ban
is.
it. We can just bring it down to the bubble.
I feel like it looks good. I feel like it looks good there.
I think we could keep we could keep it in Silver. Surely we can keep it in
Okay.
Silver.
We'll see if it hangs.
We don't have a lot of insect games this year, so
Yeah,
true.
we're really,
or
we're
arachnid.
really lacking.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Right,
arachnid. Games have only come so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
What about Mario Rabbit?
I really like that way more than I expected to.
Do we want to move it up?
I'd be in favor if it has support from others. Because I was really impressed by that.
It's really great, I love tactics. It's weird. It's not real tiles though. That's my big thing against it.
Kind of why I like it more. I kind of like the freedom of like going around being like, oh, I can bounce off their head here, and then I can like there's more like it really opens up the options in terms of like how you can get around the map and get to like sniping spots and stuff like that. Like that's what raised it above all the like kind of like Fire Emblem Three Houses and stuff for me of recent years.
You could stay in the bubble then. Multiverses, I think, should go in the Bammer.
Yeah, let's do a few more Bammers and then maybe just move everything from the bubble down
Sure.
and then start whittling away from there.
That's good.
Let's get some Bammers in there. Multiverses? Any objections?
Bammer.
Bammer.
Go for it. Go for it.
Bammer.
So earlier it was mentioned that Atari 50 should be number 50. So I want to come revisit that. Was that
did we
just
say number
a joke or?
Okay. Yeah, if someone said
I
that,
think that
I
was
didn't
just
hear it.
said in jest. I don't think that was like.
The idea for me with
just
Atari
asking-
50 is that let's either put in the Bammer, or I would need like everyone to agree to vote for it as your number 5. If that's not going to happen, it's the kind of no point in doing it. So maybe just move it up to the
I'll
Bammer.
give you
just
my
glad we're giving
Venmo
it-
though, if you want.
I'm glad we're talking about it just because, like,
Cash
I
App,
cannot
I'll
say
get you.
enough how good of a retro collection that is, and God,
Yeah,
I'd kill for
that's-
like a Nintendo version of that.
I think it's a really fun pick for pointing it out and say, oh, this is how good it is. But if it's not gonna sort of fly in the actual final vote, let's just move it to the
Sure.
Bammer. Cool.
Salt and Sacrifice.
That can go. I'm not going to get the support. The game is really good. It's a good Soulsborne game first and foremost, and then it throws on the loop of a Monster Hunter game, which is completely and totally up my alley. So yeah, it resonated well, but not for everybody. I get that.
I liked what I saw of it when we quick looked at Jason.
It's cool. It's cool.
I'd say let's get 2 or 3 more in the Bammer, and then we'll move everything to silver and start cutting from there.
Yeah.
Honestly, folks, spare my feelings here. Unless Tam really wants to stab it in front of me. I just don't see Stranger of Paradise being on that 20.
I think it should be number 20.
I think you should put it up there. I don't think it's. Yeah, I feel like it's important enough to you to get it in there.
Yeah, and that fedora.
Yeah.
the
Fucking
camp.
Also-
fedora.
You know,
the camp in that game
think
is
the way you want
outrageously
to think.
great.
Dan.
And I'm thinking the way I'm thinking. I just, in comparison to the already 18
No.
that we got,
No.
it's like,
Now, let Jan have his autonomy here.
Jan, move it up. Move it up, please.
Move it
okay,
up.
all right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, man, that
Wait,
reverse psychology is
wait.
really powerful stuff, Jan.
Wait,
Bammer or silver? What are we talking?
No, silver.
Whoa. Okay.
I will say that Mario Rabbids is a better game than that, though.
Okay.
I won't argue with you there.
So I think that actually, if we do have only 2 slots, Mario Rabbids deserves to be there more than Final Fantasy.
Well, let's.
So
put
I
this
think
discussion
actually,
about both of those.
I think
We'll put it
actually we
down
should
here.
move Final Fantasy back down.
You were right. You were right, Tam.
What the hell is going on here?
Well, just wanted to see
come
what
play
it looked
basketball
like.
with me, man.
You're just trying out new paints in the bathroom. You're
Someone
just seeing what works
catch
well.
my ploy here? What's fucking happening? Who's blowing up my spot?
What's happening?
He likes chaos. I'm giving it to him.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 5 on the bubble. Let's handle the bubble.
Let's move the bubble down. Let's move the
Okay, the
bubble
whole
into
bubble's
silver.
coming down. Bubble's floating down to silver here. Okay.
And there goes Sonic Frontiers into silver tier somehow.
Inexplicably.
All right.
Inexplicably.
But not
Let's-
locked in. Not locked in. yet.
Whatever. It doesn't even have a
real
reservation.
quick-
It's just showing up, trying to get a walk in.
It's just walking on the
Crashing
stage
in,
behind
yeah.
Miyazaki.
All right, real quick, let's recap what is in silver tier right now. It is at 25. We have to whittle it down to 20. So far, we
Cutting
have
5.
Power Wash Simulator, Spider Heck, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Vampire Survivors, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Elden Ring, Sifu, Signal is, God of War Ragnarok, Neon White, Tinykin, Marvel Snap, Evil West, Midnight Fight Express, Pentiment, The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, Tunic, Nobody Saves the World, Tunic, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Norco, Cult of Lamb, Sonic Frontiers, Goat Simulator 3, and Bayonetta 3.
Feel like we haven't had a lot of talk about Norco. What's the deal with that?
So Norco is the first point and click that I've played in many, many, many years that I actually gave a shit about. I think it does an incredibly economical sort of job at telling a story really fast, getting you engaged in a really impressive way, and just a very clear vision of like what a sort of dystopian retro future kind of vibe would kind of look like in Louisiana there.
Yeah, Gothic
think-
Bayou, I think is what they
Yeah, man, I mean-
describe it.
Detective.
You know what, guys, it felt important. It felt important quickly.
Oh, I like that. It felt
felt
important.
It felt
That's
important.
Backlar's importantness meter.
I was going to say that about Sonic Frontiers. You're taking my argument.
Yeah, no one was going to say that about Sonic Frontiers. That's all. Is it a top 20? I think it's a bubble game for sure.
We got rid of the bubble popped.
The bubble popped. I know.
It's Bammer or Silver at this point.
I realize it, but we're only on a 20-person train, and we got a couple extra standing room onlys, and we got to really, see what happens there. I think that's where I'm coming from with Norco. I think Norco is a really, that story is just something. I believed it, man. I was impressed with how quickly that game painted a picture, and I was just like, oh yeah, I totally understand the language here. I totally understand the sort of exposition unfolding there. So for that reason, and probably that reason alone, is how I feel so strongly about this game. I think the game stuff is fine. I think it's more for me the compelling kind of story there. Really cool shit.
Do others feel strongly about it?
Norco's a fantastic game. I think it's.
I wish I'd played it. That's next on my list to play.
Yeah, I started it and I'm a little bit into it, and from the very outset, pretty much everything that Bacala says is immediately apparent. So
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So we won't get rid of it yet. Let's.
I think if Citizen Sleeper puts you to sleep like it did for Tam, I think Norco is probably a much stronger
It makes you
start.
woke. It makes you woke.
It's a much stronger start. And it definitely does fucking go places. Also, you get a cool robot friend.
Oh shit! Should have opened.
Shouts out to robot friends.
Shouts out to robots, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I'll bring this up. I played this. I thought it was really cool, but obviously we have to make hard cuts here. How many of us felt strongly about Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? We haven't really talked about it.
It might just be me.
I enjoyed it.
It's really cool,
I
Jess.
enjoyed it.
It's really cool.
It was a great hot takeout. I really appreciated you
thank you
covering it
very
that way.
much. But yeah, watch the video if you're wondering why I give a shit about this. I also think that it is so hard to make a sequel to something that is this doesn't even really have a story. How do you make a sequel to this thing? And yet it still feels completely worthy of the extra, however many bucks it is to buy the Ultra Deluxe version. But also it's incredibly hard to make a comedy game. How many comedy games can you count that you think are successful and are funny for real? And I think that's one of the problems with High on Life is that it's so clearly billed as a comedy game and not a pretty competent, pretty fun shooter. You should have focused on that angle maybe. But it's actually legitimately funny, and I feel like that's a really difficult thing to pull off in video games because the pacing is in the control of the player. And comedy is so the pacing of comedy is what makes it funny or not. So I don't know. I think that's really worthy of a top 20 situation just because it's an impressive thing to do.
Does Tinykin hang?
Oh,
dude, Tinykin is great. I will fight.
Okay,
yeah. It's fantastic.
That hangs.
Tinykin is great.
Hangs, it floats, it glides on a bar soap.
Hell yeah.
Put it on the box, baby.
So, how are we feeling about Stanley Parable? Obviously, very strong feelings from Jess. Does anyone else feel super strongly about it?
I think I'd rather have it on here than my other one that I was I hope it doesn't get cut past 20. Cult of the Lamb. So if I had to make
I would like to cut Cult of the Lamb because I really fizzled out on it.
I left it and didn't come back to it.
Yeah,
and
that's what I did.
I really enjoyed it for 15 hours and then
same.
Yep.
And then I didn't finish my first playthrough.
Yeah,
Same.
I beat it, but by the end, I was just beating it to beat it,
Yeah.
I actually started a second playthrough on hard mode, but then I fizzled out.
Oh.
I am looking forward to any DLC that comes out.
Yeah, I think it's gonna seems like it could get a lot better even over time.
Combat tweaks, I see the potential in this thing.
Still looking at Spider Heck there.
Yeah, me too. It looks great.
Looks great.
I don't know. It seems like you're
I
pretty
know.
big on it.
I have no opinion on this
I could
game.
defend it again if you want me to, in case you had shit in your ears the first time.
I just think at this point, any game that has one strong defender has got to be. We got to be looking at it. I'm offering Sonic Frontiers. I've offered hey, we can throw that.
Oh,
in the
everyone knows that game's not going to make it. I mean, come on.
I'm saying that that at least has a few people that enjoyed it. Spider Heck, I'm sure it's good.
You want to chuck Sonic Frontiers down?
I would be fine with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
That doesn't get you off the hook, Backler.
Who said it did?
Okay.
Who's to say?
I really like the concept of Sonic Frontiers making the top 20, and that's about
Me
it.
too.
Like,
You like it for the memes. You like
Yeah.
the meme.
Yeah, but
maybe
also
that's
you
not a
have
very
to
good
you have to
reason.
remember that you're like reinforcing and rewarding mediocrity.
Dude, you're
Yeah, I
gonna
don't
have
care.
to,
It's Sonic.
You're gonna have to look someone in the eye at some point.
I got
and
a clean
say,
poop.
Yeah.
Listen,
okay.
I enjoyed playing
Yours?
Sonic Frontiers. I did. It is broken in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
The
but
question
running-
is, are you grading on a curve? Because previous
Yeah,
Sonic
maybe,
games are so
maybe, but it's like,
shite.
what am I supposed to do about that? Like, I grade Mario on a curve because I really like the aesthetic of Mario, and so I give it sort of bonus points for being Mario while also being a great game. This is Sonic. I come into it with my expectations. What am I to do with that other than be like, in the end, I was enjoying myself. I don't know, Dan, if it gets in the top 20 though.
I will say I don't really give a shit about Sonic the Hedgehog. I like the Genesis games. Sonic Adventure was fine when I was 14. Like, I don't really have a dog in the Sonic fight here. I'm saying this is
Sonic
the first
06
time.
is a timeless classic, of course. We can all agree on this.
That's the thing. There are way more Sonic games I've hated than Sonic games I've liked. Like, this is the first time since like the Genesis where I can say like I've really been having a good time with this game. It's my go-to, just kind of wind down game. It is, I've answered a lot of emails on podcasts of like, hey, what's a game that's like kind of bad, but you have a soft spot for it, and you really like it, and like
That's
this
very
is that
specific.
answer going for. I'm not saying this is a great game. It's busted and fucked up, and they make weird decisions all over the place. But I really like playing it. And I'm just saying there are several people here that have at least some general positive thoughts on it and have played it versus Spiderheck.
Yeah.
Which again, good game, but I
I'll
don't
say
hear
this,
a lot
I'll
of
say this.
people.
You want okay? Spiderheck made my family and I laugh with delight. Sonic Frontiers literally made my kid cry.
Well, then we definitely got to
go.
give it a good spot.
After that first boss battle, he's like, "This game's broken. I don't like it. It's too stupid," and he cried. And that's he would kill me if I told you I admitted that.
Aw.
Sonic Frontiers fucking made him cry because it sucks.
That kicks ass.
Oh,
Therefore,
That just
as much
that
as
just
we're rooting
sweetens
for
the deal
children
for
to
Dan.
cry, Dan.
That just sweetens the deal for
Yeah,
Dan,
that's
who hates your
hilarious.
child.
Yeah.
That's a plus for him.
Okay. In the effort of not wanting children to cry and for spider supremacy, I just want to say my piece here about Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. If you don't know what happens at the end, it is the most bullshit, spectacular ending. And I think my favorite genre of game, which is a subgenre that I've made up in my own head, is balls. And not literal balls, but having the balls to make a specific game and stick to maybe the vision you have. Because there's so many weird shortcuts that this game takes, like completely skipping over huge parts of what would be a story. It takes shortcuts with the level design, but I think in the way that the combat just works. It surprisingly really works. And the problem here, and why I think it should go back into the Bammer, is that I think the developers may not be in on the joke. I don't think they fully know that no one is taking Jack and his cavalcade of himbos seriously.
I'm
Isn't
not
that,
ready
like-
to let Final Fantasy.
What? You keep doing this to me, Tam.
I think there's more passion for Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise than there is for something like Goat Simulator 3, which we're like, yes, it's good. It's fun.
Goat Simulator
but
I think
3,
I
like,
would agree with that.
who is driving hard for Goat Simulator? It's a studio.
my
It comes
son,
from a studio.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my kid too, for sure.
He's
Yeah,
played
that
like
knows-
40, 50 hours to that. It's
Yeah.
I'll
I mean,
throw
like, but
Goat
it is
Simulator
what
at
it
the
is,
hammer.
right?
Tell you what,
I
like
I
Goat
would
Simulator.
rather see Stranger of Paradise stick around than, and with that kind of passion, than something that's Goat Simulator, which is like, yeah, we've had 2 of these games, it's still fun. Oh, one
No.
of these games, one of
no,
these games,
not exactly.
one of these games, one of these
Gotcha.
games.
Yep.
And like, it's like, okay.
Proposal. Goat Simulator 3, I like a lot, but I'll throw it in the Bammer if it can occupy some space next to Spiderheck.
No, that's not what this is.
I
dummy.
agree.
You can't
Not
just.
how this works.
I'm
can't-
still not seeing anyone argue. Again, it's Giant Bomb's list, and
I
this is
agree.
the most like one
Look,
person.
Well, okay, wait,
Yeah.
wait,
It's not my
Becco,
fault.
do
Look,
you have
most one person.
Becco, do you
like-
have like a personal top 10 like written down?
I
Like,
do, yeah.
where's Spiderheck on that list? Not that this is going to like determine anything, but I'm just
Sure.
like, is it in your top 5?
6.
Is it a hard 6 or a soft 6?
Well, listen. It's a hard 6. Norco is 10.
I threw my
I'm
number 3 in
willing
the
to
Bammer
say-
being selfless.
What?
He's
In the spirit of the team, I threw my number 3 in the Bammer voluntarily.
Cool. I will throw my 10 in the Bammer and
The
say
math doesn't check out
Norco.
on that, I
Norco?
think.
I think Norco. At the end of the day, if you're telling me what did you enjoy more, Spider-Heck or Norco, the answer is easily for my money, Spider-Heck.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm fine with Norco going to the Bammer.
I don't think I'm okay with that. What about 18 on this list here? Nobody Saves the World.
I fucking love that
that
game.
game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was hooked. That is a game I was like sitting down and couldn't stop playing for like 8, 9, 10
thought we
hours
agreed-
at a time.
I thought we agreed Goat Simulator can go.
No, only if we threw Spider-Heck in there.
Dude, that's not that's not how things work.
This is
I mean,
negotiations,
he could
Mr.
try to make
Baclar.
it that work way. I don't think it's going to work.
Mr. Bacala.
Let's put Goat Simulator 3 in the Bammer.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
do
it's
it.
easy. Watch,
Yes.
Dan. Watch it go. There it goes. Bye.
Yeah, I'm.
Well, that
I'm
was
with you
easy.
guys.
Oh, look. And they weren't
Looks like it's
attached
still there,
either.
honestly.
Amazing.
Can we
looking
put this
at
one
it.
to a vote? Can we put this one to a vote? If either Goat Simulator or Spider-Heck is going in the Bammer, can we do a vote?
No, let's not vote.
No,
I don't want to vote on that.
We're not voting yet. We'll vote eventually.
Yeah, no premature voting.
What about Bayonetta? Can we put Bayonetta in before?
Oh.
Okay. What about Midnight Fight Express? I
Yeah,
think it is.
between Midnight-
in-
Not
I
that
was
it has
gonna
to be
say
one or the
Midnight
other.
Fight
But
Express.
which one do you want
Yeah.
more, Jason? Midnight Fight Express or Bayonetta 3?
Midnight Fight Express. Oh God. Oh, it hurts. Holy shit. Okay.
Wow, your garage really
Yeah.
wanted to
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
something about that.
Your garage
know.
literally went, no.
Wait, which one are we
I
banning?
know.
Which one?
Wait, which
We're
one?
ju- I was just trying to take
why
his
have
temperature on
two
it.
of mine on the fucking.
Yes,
cutting
I was
block.
I was not trying to put you in that position, Jason. Slow your roll, Dan. I'm just trying to get which one he likes more
Shit.
right now of those
not
two.
saying
It's
it-
Midnight
we
Fight
don't have to cut
Express.
anything.
I like Midnight Fight better than Bayonetta 3. For real. But
Okay.
do they both belong? I think so.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
You
What
wanna
if-
fight?
Sifu. What about Sifu?
Yeah, I was
Wait,
thinking
wait.
of that.
Oh, fucking A.
Leave Jason
Sifu's-
alone. Leave Jason alone. I
All
have
right.
a
I'm sorry.
suggestion.
I'm sorry.
I
Jesus
have
Christ.
I have a suggestion. Stop
I have been
bullying.
in this fucking position so many fucking times.
Stop bullying Jason.
Don't put Jason in a corner.
Stop it. I have a different suggestion. Given how lukewarm we were previously discussing this game, what about Tunic? We had a lot of criticisms of it.
We do. We do.
Right? And I feel like we don't need to like be like, oh, if we don't put it on here, that's gonna look weird. Like it's not we have to like throw
No,
that
yeah, of course not.
preconception out, right?
Damn.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna go
Is it
strong.
here?
Right.
If that
Is it
one
here? Is it here because we enjoyed it a lot? Or
Jan,
is it here
Jan,
because
you
we're
really
just
love
expecting it
Tunic,
here?
right?
I love
Yeah.
Tunic too.
Jan, you need to pick between Tunic and Stranger of Paradise right now.
Jesus, damn it.
That's fair.
He's
I think that's
mentally
fair.
destroying
Yeah,
Jan.
Apparently
today.
that is fair.
This is why you fucking did this. Oh man, I don't even like Zeldas, but Tunic is great.
Yeah, Tunic's
Wait, hang
great. If
on.
I could,
I
if
just
I could
wrote
help
Jan,
you at all.
We're putting Jan in a bad situation here, and Baclar skirted past his.
I
Are we
know,
bamming
I'm-
Norco or Spider-Heck?
No, see, Jan and I have overlap. Where Jan is with me on Norco.
I'm with
I'm
you
with
on
him on-
Norco.
Baclar's being
Tunic.
slippery here. Baclar's real slippery.
You can't
here.
just say words and have them automatically be true, Dan. That's not how
the
it works.
Spider-Heck
Okay.
thing. That's
Just because you don't know how to read a room, it's not my fault. Okay.
You're
Okay,
the only one
okay.
fighting for Spider-Heck.
What
I know
what-
because but clearly the passion. I mean, look, we have it at number 2 already, isn't it obvious?
God, you're pulling some
Fucking
bullshit here.
hell.
That's clearly a joke. But
Or-
also,
to save
yeah.
my children, when I was so willing to put them to the axe. What about what is currently number 12 here? What
Yes.
about
Ooh,
we
get rid of
put-
that
Jesus
shit,
Christ,
yeah.
Jan.
Fuck it up.
Yeah.
So, we're in
that's a
just
rough
quicksand, and we keep offering lifesavers to each other, and it
Okay,
turns
yeah,
out
you-
they were just cotton candy, and
Yeah,
we're like,
okay,
oh.
this is rough for me because I'm like I'm listening to people like make their stand. I've cut my number 3, Case of the Golden Idol, my 5, Atari 50, 6, Hardship Spacebreaker or Hard Space Shipbreaker. These have all been gone already. Marvel Snap is like 2 or 3 for me.
Yeah.
Folks,
Wow.
audio listeners, I was nominating to put Marvel Snap into the Bammer.
Yeah, Marvel Snap. That's what we're talking about now. It's rough. I could see the argument maybe that a lot of people on the staff like hard ignore Marvel Snap because it's a kind of game and a setting and characters that they're not into. But I think enough of us are that it probably can make it on.
I think it's a fantastic card game.
Yeah.
I think the way you can get in and out of matches. I wanted to put for best moment or sequence is immediately snapping back at an opponent and then winning.
Here's something that I will present. It's a game
Don't believe his lies.
It's a game that not a lot of us have talked about. I would like to see if there's a case for it still, given the passion for everything else.
Oh shit!
I think I know where this is going.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna lose.
Nice.
He's
Why
trying to get rid of
would
Final
you
Fantasy
do that?
Origin
I
to
would-
Ken is
avoid
trying
this
to have a
entire
fucking
time,
break
and then
down.
you were like, "I'm gonna go get Xenoblade Chronicles 3."
All right,
Get it.
Jin, what did you do to Tam?
All right. Here we
This
fucking
is
go.
targeted harassment.
Here we fucking go.
You
Damn
have
it.
fucking activated
He
Jan.
pulled his shirt off.
I
Audio listeners.
specifically wore a class button shirt so I could do
God,
that
the
this
Henley
year.
looks so good though.
God damn it. All right.
You look like you're
Chronicles-
wearing old timey nighties or something.
It's really
Put
cold.
sunglasses on, never mind.
It's
Jan
really
went from
cold.
Jan went from like cool teenager to like 8-year-old in a old folks home in a second.
You look like a guy that gets up in the 1820s to investigate a bump in the night with like a little nightcap and a little
Small on
candle.
the end, and a butt flap on the back.
Yeah. I mean, you can't see my bottom half. I might have a butt flap. All right. I was going to save this to when we get to 20, but I guess I got to fucking pull it out and lay it on the table now. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is going to go up there in the Nintendo Switch's history as one of the best games on the platform. It is going to go down there along with Breath of the Wild, whatever fucking other games that people like on the Nintendo Switch. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I wrote this down here. Also, I didn't want to say this out loud, but with one of our previous plans, I had hired a flautist, and I can't get that deposit back. I had hired a flautist to come to wherever we were going to go. It wasn't the guy that played at the Game Awards, and I was going to get up on my fucking high horse, do my Game of the Year monologue that I've done for the past 3 years now, and passionately talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but this person that plays the flute didn't want to give me my deposit back.
Oh my god.
That's a rude flautist.
I understand
flautists are rude.
The gig economy is really hard, but damn, that was really hard. $200 to throw away.
200.
Andrew, I'm mad at you. You're not the flautist, but you put me in contact, friend. If we're not ready to get into the major arguments, the thing that
I think that was a good argument, and
Yeah.
because of that,
Pretty
I'm
good.
willing
I
to
believe it.
reconsider.
But-
A lot better
here-
than Backlars, yeah.
The shirt
Yeah,
was
a lot
really
better
Can we
than
just
effective.
cut Final Fantasy Origin?
But let me, I'm in the zone right now. Just let me
keep
just
going,
let me
keep going.
cook.
I thought you were
Just let
done.
me cook.
Let him go.
Please,
Let him
I thought
go.
you were done. Let him
You
cook.
should play the
No.
soundtrack while you can like put that through a bus
Jan,
and
get them. Tell them these people did not believe in Xenoblade Chronicles while I was there with you every step of the way. Tell them why this game is the one.
Xenoblade Chronicles. Okay, folks, if we were to distill what a Jan game is through the definition of what I've played here on Giant Bomb, it's either Pokemon or Kingdom Hearts.
he has a notepad, people.
Kingdom Hearts, I fully acknowledge, is a middling game. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is if Kingdom Hearts, the whole franchise, was good.
It was good. 100%. He's
Oh
right.
my god, okay.
He's right. He's right.
Ze-
And the character work is much better.
The character work is so much better, and I look at patterns in what I've really resonated with for the past 2 years on this website. My game of the year last year, Guardians of the Galaxy. Game of the year before that, 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. And I think what I really resonate with and what really sticks out to me is when you control a ragtag group of folks, people that don't start out as friends, people are kind of stuck and forced to go together, and that what winds up happening afterwards with all these people working together, finding out that they mesh in certain ways, that they're drift compatible, and others maybe they find out like, we do have our differences, but in spite of that, I will continue to work with you. And all of that is happening, folks, in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 constantly. Like, we can meme to death that it's the anime sword titty game, or that like there's someone with wings on her head that's constantly cussing. But Xenoblade Chronicles 3, y'all, it is hands down the best JRPG to come out this year.
Yeah, it puts this group of characters together and then really challenges them and tests their friendships and brings out new character layers within them in a way that you don't really expect when you start playing the game. You expect it to be kind of just another archetypal JRPG, and it really, really becomes something more than that. It understands some of the pitfalls of modern JRPGs and addresses them in terms of writing and also combat. And the Xenoblade series, the Xenosaga, Xenoblade, has always tried to like distinguish itself, and this is one of the games where you truly see how different it is from most modern JRPGs. They feel like they're phoning it in a lot of ways compared to this, and I definitely think that Xenoblade Chronicles deserves to be at the very least a top 10 game.
Yeah,
So we're cutting it.
You motherfuckers.
100%, yeah.
Okay.
Last two things I'll say for now about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is that I understand last year when I had an impassioned speech about Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't mention anything really about the gameplay. The gameplay here, it is so ballsy and amazing at hour 60 that they are still introducing new concepts that you don't feel super overwhelmed at. It feels organic that you are now taking on a new class that transcends your previous classes, that the combat can hit in a certain way. The combat continues to hit, even though like the randomish encounters can feel monotonous. It just absolutely sings. And the second thing I'll say, the story that it manages to weave, I know we spoiled some of it during best moment or sequence, but Jesus H. Christ. The way that this game can make you think about the dangers and the pitfalls of being in love with someone for forever and all of that suddenly going away, and then having that lifespan in front of you of like, I only have a certain amount of years left to live, and what am I going to do with that? What is even real? How am I going to experience this? What am I going to make of it? Am I going to put my differences aside with someone and hang out with that other flute girl? Will they finally fucking kiss? Let me tell you.
God.
Excuse my language. Excuse my language. I was hanging on by a fucking thread. These fuckers edging, teasing this fucking kiss. And let me tell you, out of all the games I fucking played this year, this is the one that gave me the kiss, damn it.
Yeah. I think that's an incredibly... I think that's a really good case for cutting Tunic.
Also,
No.
Jan, I could not give less of a shit about Xenoblade, but based on that argument alone, like we're not cutting that from the top 20. There's no
clearly
way.
not. We never were.
Absolutely not.
all right, let's cut Tunic.
Let's.
Yeah,
Whoa, whoa.
Let's cut Tunic.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
No, Jan, don't you want to cut your
Sam's
Final
playing the long
Fantasy
game.
I think we could cut both of those. I think we can cut
think-
Stranger of
listen,
Paradise
Well,
and
let me
Tunic.
say here. I'm gonna do here's another selfless one. Backlar, watch this. Here we go.
Holy shit.
It's a little less selfless when you announce it every time.
I mean, that's the only way Dan knows how to
Look
do
at me,
it.
Is that how
everyone.
selflessness works? I thought that
I just gave to charity, everyone.
This is the
Name the
equivalent
wing
of
after me of the charity
Dan
museum.
can't believe when someone anonymously donates. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm gonna do it again, and I'm sorry I know other folks like this. Evil West, I think, is nailing that fucking thing, and something that is
Stop.
near and dear to my heart. Of
Stop bullying
B-game
Jason.
bullshit. I love B game bullshit, and Evil West hits it harder than anything has since the fucking
No
360.
shit, exactly. It hits
I
it
love
fucking
it.
harder than anything.
I
Stop
love it.
bullying Jason.
Why would you do this to me?
I'm just saying,
Good
we got 24
God
really good.
damn.
Actually, wait, what the fuck am I doing? Okay, wait, hang on, Jason. Bayonetta
Yeah,
or
to be
Evil
honest,
West?
Jason, you have a lot of. I'm just asking the question. You got a lot of games on this list.
Yeah, Jason got a lot. Here's what's happening, actually, Jason.
I have fucking, like, there have been years when I've fought to get one game on this fucking list.
Yeah, well, now you got like 5.
Yeah, we got
fucking
Well,
Midnight
Jason, I think what's happening with Jason is Jason, like, because a lot of my games are everyone else's games, so like Elden Ring, Neon White.
of course.
I'm kind of set. I don't need to like feel the need to push on the bottom half of my stuff. Is that where you're at? Where like your games are just
shit.
Jason games, and you feel like you're pushing those on?
Shit. God damn it.
I will say,
Sorry, Jason.
there's still not
Sorry.
a lot of love for Tunic. Like this.
Yeah.
Jan is like into
And me,
it.
Jan and I.
Jan and Backlar.
Backlar, I think we're cutting Tunic.
Are you as passionate as anything? Can you look Jason in the eye and say that he doesn't deserve to have Evil West on this list.
No, I think if there's
Evil
one
West
game
is
he doesn't
fucking-
deserve to have, it's Midnight Fight Express.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And I played that, and I finished that game.
Shit.
Do you
played
like
it.
Tunic enough to push another game that Jason really loves out of
I
this
do
list?
not.
Well, I think
Do you
Tunic over
love
Midnight,
Tunic?
but I also think we're all sitting here ignoring the fact that miraculously and inexplicably fucking Power Wash Simulator is still on this goddamn
Oh,
list.
are you
Get
fucking?
the
That's
fuck
like
out.
number
Oh,
four.
Power
I
Wash
wish we
Simulator
could turn
is
Scratch
great.
Off Lottery
Tickets
for
for
the
the
fucking
fucking
year.
game.
Are you kidding me? Don't go after Power Wash.
I wish fucking scratch off lottery tickets could be a game.
Oh, you
sick.
motherfucker.
Let's
Hey,
do
Jan,
that
the foot might have to
forever
come
and
down.
ever.
We talking about
Oh, I
games.
just put on here
Jason,
because it
just
didn't make my son
Jason,
cry.
put the foot down.
Okay.
Jason,
Pause,
don't say
pause,
anything.
pause.
I'm trying.
Okay, all right,
I'm
folks.
trying,
Don't
Tam.
say anything. Just let
We-
it
I
go.
think we should vote
trying.
Bacalar off the panel.
I think all right.
Hey, wait,
all right.
real quick. Lucy, in the middle of that, did you say get fucked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That was wonderful.
Good.
That
Dan.
ruled.
Good.
Absolutely
Dan.
ruled.
all right, all right,
Wait,
all
Lucy,
right.
No, she
you're
said
on
it to you,
Power
I said
Wash,
it to
right?
I said it to Bacalar.
No,
Yeah.
I heard to
thank you.
Dan.
Yes,
I heard
yes,
that.
yeah,
to
no,
Dan.
yes. Lucy's on Team Power Wash.
Oh, that
Okay,
ruled.
okay, all right, all right.
yes.
We need a little bit of decorum.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Bacalar. You cannot have a game like Power Wash Simulator that is universally loved by this team and say it doesn't
Universally?
deserve. Or like mostly, like there's more people that love it
Yeah, I
on
get
this
it.
team than isn't. And
I
then
get it. I thought
in the
Tunic-
same breath, hold on to Spider Heck and
Yes.
Tunic. which
Yes,
is just
thank you, Tam.
minimal.
I thought more people were on board with Tunic.
I thought the same thing.
No.
We
Using
talked about
your-
it yesterday or the day
using your
before. We
logic.
were,
I've kind of settled into
You
my
know.
opinion, being like, I really wish I loved it more by the end, and kind of was kind of. In the end, I was disappointed.
It landed on my top
Bacalar,
10,
the
but
question
it was
is-
low.
So my
Low.
weirdo games on this list are now pretty slim.
Oh,
Do you
Jesus
the question is
Christ.
do you want to keep you have to make a choice between Tunic, which is a game that you're like, yeah, it's fine, I enjoyed
I
it, it's
didn't say
cool,
it's fine. What do you
and
mean?
Spider Heck, a game that literally brought joy into the life of your
Oh,
child.
dude, it's an easy choice when it comes down to it. But I also, at the same time, simultaneously think Norco is maybe something that should go.
No, wait, but you just said Norco was important.
Yeah, you said it was important.
Yeah, but
see how
I,
full
but
of
I
shit
like,
this guy is.
but I
Is
like
Tunic important?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Tunic's more important than Norco for sure.
Okay.
We
Okay.
cutting
And-
Norco? Is
and-
Norco going to the
We're
paper?
cutting Norco.
I'm happy to do it. Jan, you gotta like, we're in the same boat with Norco, and we're in the same boat with Tunic. When push comes to push comes to
Push
shove,
comes to sub.
that too. I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna
dub.
slice and dice Norco.
Jan, do we have to do Marvel Snap?
I think we could do Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I think we
I'm
can
fine
cut
with.
it.
I'm fine with that. I did not play it.
I guess I'll be
I
selfless
l-
again. Jeez. It's just- God,
all
I'm
right.
just a really good
Yeah, I
person.
actually need him
I'm a
now.
really good person, and I'm willing
Oh
to
my
keep being
God.
good.
Thank you.
Man,
Dan.
it's crazy. Your
Everyone
entire life.
else won't give up their babies, but I'll let you guys have this.
I love
yeah.
to see its growth.
Because
the
I'm
growth you're
good.
displaying.
Listen,
really.
I think I have proven that I'm very willing to give up your babies.
Okay, here's a controversial one.
Oh no.
God of War Ragnarok.
No.
I'm
No.
1,000
Yeah, let's cut it.
bring it up
Come
because
on,
I don't
dude.
get to get support. But
We-
yes, I would get rid of that.
No, we cannot let
Dan
selfless
would,
Dan
but-
think that he's won this. No.
exactly.
Selfless Dan.
Exactly, Jan. No,
Oh
dude,
my God.
Jan, you're just getting
That's
played,
what-
dude.
yeah.
You're just getting played for your reacts. You think Jan's really gonna cut, right? He just wants to see you freak out.
I would love
That's
that.
it.
That'd be great.
We got the clip. We're good to go. Moving
Of
on.
course.
Okay,
I do
so
think-
so we're
okay,
sitting
look,
at
okay.
23. We're sitting at 23. We need to
Wait,
cut
wait,
3.
we did look. Norco's gone. That was a selfless act by Jan and myself. So
Oh, you're
Sonic
fucking riding those
Frontiers,
coattails, huh?
Sonic Frontiers, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I think Sonic Frontiers has more of a reason to stay over Midnight Fight.
We're cutting Sonic Frontiers.
And I think we should cut Goat Simulator as much as it is. It's number 11 on my list.
Oh my God.
I think
That's-
Spider
that's
Hack
my
and Midnight
son's
Fight
favorite
are
game.
the two fucking Midnight Fight and the fucking
Listen,
Spider
I
Hack
will
are
get
the
rid
two
of
that
Salt and
don't have a lot of
Sacrifice.
support.
I will get rid of Salt and Sacrifice before Midnight Fight.
Jason, it's
not
already
here.
gone. It's
Man.
already
Gone.
gone.
Oh,
Wow, that was a nice try
shit,
though,
it
because I almost
died.
bought that.
It died.
I tried so hard.
I think that the thing
sleight of
I'm
hand.
taking, the thing I'm taking away from these arguments is I gotta have a kid sometime because clearly
yeah.
it
They're
biases.
very
That's how you win. That's
Yeah,
how
if
you
you,
win.
hey,
Yeah, you
Jess,
gotta
if
have
people
some
were trying to
kid.
get rid of Kirby right now, I would have played the as a
But my
father of
kids-
daughters.
Yeah.
My cat
As the
really
father of
loves
Kirby.
Elden Ring.
shit.
Okay.
Speaking of, does Kirby hang?
Absolutely.
Kirby's really good.
In the 20, yes.
Okay.
That's again,
No,
we have
okay.
multiple people that were into it. I again look back to Midnight Fight and Spider Heck as the ones that don't have a ton of support.
Midnight Fight, Spider Heck, Tunic, Bayonetta 3,
Yep.
a Final Fantasy, Stranger of Paradise.
But let's just get Sonic off there for good, so we know that we're just dealing in
I
reality.
think that has more
here.
support than a lot of these other ones we're talking about.
Does it?
No.
Does
No,
Sonic?
it doesn't.
Sonic? Who's on
More-
Sonic? Who's Team Sonic?
No.
Just
Wait,
Dan.
am I the
Dan,
only
I want to
team
cut
Sonic?
Sonic now, so I think you're on
Who's
an island.
Team Sonic?
Wait,
Raise
Grant,
your
I
hand.
was.
This
I am
is
no
not
longer
a
Team
vote.
Sonic.
This
All
is
right.
not a vote.
This is not a vote.
Who's on
Who's
Team
just-
Sonic?
Yeah.
Okay,
Raise a
look,
hand.
I think Grub was the only one I really had on that, and
Yeah.
if I don't have him, then I guess it's just-
Another selfless
I gotta be the bigger
act.
person. I gotta be
Another
the bigger person.
selfless act.
Another selfless
And-
act.
Dan, you
Sorry,
are so
God.
big right now. You are so big because
How do you apply
Huge.
for sainthood? How do you do that?
you get nominated, I think.
Done it.
Okay, if you
Involves
guys
a
want to nominate me
cannon.
for sainthood, yeah, that'd be
Oh,
great.
boy.
I love you. The idea of you standing in front of the Pope and being like, "Thank you for cutting Sonic Frontiers."
Yeah.
Dan gets on a knee expecting the Pope to like hit him with a sword.
Yeah,
like
sword.
in Night
Look, I've
Boat.
had my wins in past years. I'll be selfless, and I'll be the grown up in the room. So, all
Oh
right, yeah,
my
go on,
God,
go on,
be the
kids.
grown-up
Have your
in the
chats.
room.
Saint Daniel.
St. Daniel, the Reichert.
Bayonetta 3, Goat Simulator 3, Mario plus Rabbids,
Guys.
Sparks Pope, Stranger of Paradise.
All of it can go.
Cool.
All
Whoa,
of it.
what?
Let's
Well, I
go.
said Bayonetta 3 in
I
there.
don't even
You heard
know
it
what
from
Goat
Jason.
Sim
He's
looks
been the
like.
sticking point.
You know what? I
Is it just
honest
more
to
of the
God,
goat?
I honest to God don't know how Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin has made it this far. I
It's
think
time to cut it.
I'm
It's-
ready.
No, it's got to stay. It's got to stay.
Shut up, Sam.
I'm cutting it. I'm doing it. I'm taking.
No,
I'm,
Now Tam is just
genuinely
trolling.
don't think. No, I think that I don't think there's very many as much passion for a Stranger of Paradise for any other game as there is what Jan has.
you are
for
the only
Stranger of
passionist. You
Paradise
say how
and
other
Xenoblade
people have
Chronicles.
passion.
You're ventriloquisting passion
He
into
is,
him.
he
I
is
don't think we're ready to
constantly
cut
fighting
that.
for it. I don't think we're ready to cut
I don't
that.
think we're
at
ready.
all.
I didn't put it back. I don't think we came
I
to an
don't think
agreement on
we're
that.
ready. I would rather
Hey
look
Tam,
at other
how do
games like
how do
this.
you
Yeah,
feel
I
about
agree.
Final Fantasy Origin Stranger of
Yeah.
Paradise?
I
Give us
think,
a stirring
it's
speech.
a really interesting game, but what I
It's
would say
important.
is I think it's definitely important to Jan. And-
Jan.
Is this what being gaslit is like?
I think
Yes,
so. Yes.
it is.
I moved
Is
it. No,
Tam
move
girl
Dan. I
bossing
swear
me?
to God.
You moved it up before people were ready for it. I'm putting
No,
it back. We hadn't come to a
promise you
decision
they're
yet.
ready for it. You're just being lied to.
I think, listen, as much I've played a lot of Goat Simulator 3 recently. I really do enjoy
Same.
that game. It is a perfect sandbox of fuckery. But at the end of the day, I've had less moments in that game where I'm like, you know what? This is really a thing that I'll be playing forever. I know I'm going to be playing other games on this list for a lot longer. And there are other games that left a much more meaningful impression on me. And I think Goat Simulator 3, as much fun as it is,
Yeah.
probably not the game to stay on the 20.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay. Yeah.
I agree.
Mhm.
I just think it's still weird that like we
Yeah.
have games like Goat Simulator that numerous people enjoy
Yeah.
are getting
I
cut
do
before
enjoy
games
it.
that have
Yeah, but I
one
mean,
defender,
this happens
you know?
every year, and there is a certain amount of like of passion taken into consideration by the one person bringing that.
So
I,
much
like
passion.
And I honestly-
knocked it out of the park with that. Yeah.
I think at this point, looking at this list, we are probably at the right balance for that, though. And it's like we just got to find one more somewhere in here.
Honestly, okay. Spider
Two
Heck,
more.
Midnight Fight,
Two more.
even maybe Evil West, Bayonetta.
Maybe even. Oh shit.
Listen, I
love
played
Evil West.
Evil West is really, really
Not
good,
enough.
but that's not the game for like Evil West is very good, but I'm not, there's a bit of recency bias with that game too. I also
Yep.
think
Sounds
Evil
like it.
West is a game that, just like the games we talk about it harkening back to so much,
Yes.
on a decent enough timeline, they do kind of fall by the wayside.
No.
and I
no,
think-
they bring it first and foremost.
Wait,
Look,
They bring
Evil
it
West
back
cutting
into
stuff. Hang on,
our.
people keep cutting stuff without who's cutting stuff.
Evil West is Evil West will continue that tradition. We'll have another B Xbox 360 era game because
No,
Evil West
No, not
crawls.
like this. Evil West will live in infamy of the top 20 games that Giant Bomb nominated.
what just happened?
for
What happened here that we have 20 now?
It's a
Oh, we have
triple
two
B.
number
Somebody's been
ones.
cutting stuff without
We have
telling
two
anyone.
number ones. That's why.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh. What happened there? Okay.
And look, you take out Goat Simulator and we're in business.
Oh, Power Wash, yeah, number one, yeah.
You take out Goat Simulator, we're in business. Everyone's happy,
Grub-
and Dan's only mildly upset about it.
What has happened with
What happened while I was gone?
Wait.
Grub is a time.
1, 2, 1. What
The
the
numbering's
fuck
weird.
is
There
going
we go.
on?
I fixed it.
Okay.
Thank you.
21,
So one
21,
needs to go.
21,
All
21.
right, one more to go.
Grub,
One more to go.
Marvel Snap.
21. Do something for me.
The thing about Marvel Snap is it is the only card game for the other. Like, there are a lot of card games out there if you want to obsess and collect every single little thing. This one's like, hey, what if you could have the exact same feeling of a really good round of poker where you are making feints and you're playing the odds and you put your chips in the middle when you think you have the best cards, when you have the nuts. And it's like, you kind of can't get that. There's no quick way to do that with poker. And really, people only play that way if there's actual money on the line. What this does here is it found a way to say, hey, we're going to give you these cubes, and that's going to feel like something real. So people are actually going to feel like they are going to play in a way that feels legitimate. So if you want to bluff, if you want to try to feint and make people think, oh, I'm going to lose this, I shouldn't risk more. So this other person's trying to get me to risk more, I should just quit. When that works, it's really magical. It is one of. I mean, I play it. I still play it all the time. At the same time, it probably is not a game that needs to be on Giant Bomb's Game of the Year list.
I do want to shout out the fact that it's a mobile game, so there are a million opportunities for this game to be super scummy with the microtransactions. But like every dollar that I spent on it has
They're
not.
working on that.
It has not gained me anything other than cosmetics, and just like maybe the resources to upgrade some cards. But that being said, it's not moving me up the ladder. I'm still making the same dumbass mistakes that I'm making. I'm still stuck in the tier I am, despite having spent the money. And you know what? The thing I also want to shout out about it, it's got a lot of great art. It's got a lot of great art, and it
does. It
highlights a couple characters that like I wasn't even familiar with, and I thought I was a very avid Marvel Comics reader. It's just neat. It's really neat. It's really sick. 100%. I think it should be cut for the biggest reason though, in that they fucking did my boy Cyclops dirty.
Yeah, they really did mess up Cyclops. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? That dude is a terrorist.
That's a different podcast.
What,
That's
just because he's
podcast.
a white man that always tries to date like psychic women and messes it?
No,
yeah, okay,
also
you're
because
right,
he
he's
did terrorist shit.
He did do terrorist shit.
And
I
for that
admit
reason,
For that reason.
I think we can put
cutting
it.
it?
I think we can
What
cut it. Lucy, unless
I mean Signalis.
Yeah, I'm on that.
I was being quiet. I was like, ooh, it's sneaking on.
I got
oh.
bored.
I found it very boring.
I like the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
What it was trying to do.
I was under the impression that it was like this is your number one.
Oh, this is your number
This is up there. This is like
Okay.
my number 2 or 3
Okay.
on my goty list. And you know, it's a big here's the thing is that like first of all, I don't think there's any other horror games on this list so far, so throw me a damn bone. Horror games never win things. They never get actual awards for stuff. Throw me a
Either do
bone
Monster
here.
Hunter games.
What's that?
Either do
Monster-
Monster
yeah.
Hunter games.
So
I'm
like
just
Or
saying.
Sonic games.
well, the last.
But
Selfless Dan wouldn't have brought that back up.
that's true, you know.
Good point.
Mhm.
true.
Selfless
Good
Dan is
point.
not very
Yes, that's
consistent,
right,
this
that's right,
character.
That's right. I'll mute myself. Yes.
But like besides that stuff, which is all like outside influence stuff, like Signalis does an incredible job, like in general, evoking a mood, telling an interesting story, having a really built up world. Like you've got this incredible sci-fi, not quite dystopia, but like kind of creeping towards it sort of world where it's like it's functional, but at what cost? And it's like very like realized. The art is obviously incredible. The music, the soundtrack is like clearly inspired by like horror soundtracks of yore. And obviously Akira Yamaoka is one of those. So it's got tons of like Silent Hill moods to it. And it does a lot of things that have been historically really hard to pull off, let alone for an indie developer to pull it off, which I think is incredibly fucking impressive. It takes things that haven't worked in other games and puts them in this game, tweaks it a little, and all of a sudden it fucking works. And I'm like, this is a miracle. How the hell did you make this work? Has really awesome puzzles, has like super cool, like this radio mechanic that keeps coming up for not only certain puzzles, but certain enemies are sensitive to certain radio frequencies. You can use that against them. I can't say enough about it. It's really fucking cool. And I would be sad if it wasn't on the top 20, just because there's no other survival horror babies on here.
Hey, would you be willing to renegotiate the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe?
I'd rather see Tunic eat shit. Not that I hate Tunic, but I feel like I'm more impressed with what Signalis pulled off, and I'm more impressed with what the Stanley Parable pulled off. I'm less impressed by what Tunic pulled off, which was some interesting stuff, but it wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. Which
There were
kind of
some
broke my
very
heart.
squidgy voxels in that game, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's my underlying issue with Tunic too. Is that by the end I was not playing a very fun game.
Yeah,
but
like
you already
it's got a
wanted
tedium
sacrifice
to it.
Snap. I feel like we we had Snap across the finish line.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Out of Snap and Tunic, like I think that Snap does more. It does interesting things and keeps it fun. Tunic does interesting things that doesn't stay fun for long.
Oh man, I did not prepare for Tam.
Yeah. I just don't
Nobody
agree
does.
with that take.
I feel like generally speaking, everyone's like a little lukewarm on Tunic.
Man,
Yeah.
I've never played
Yeah.
it.
that's wild. That's absolutely buck wild.
I didn't
I
hire a
moved it-
fox for Tunic.
Yeah. I moved it down my list as I built this list. It kept going further and further down. It's on it. It's on that
Well,
top
Jan,
10.
it's really down to you, man, because you're in a situation where you gotta you have
Yeah,
Snap in one hand and you have
Who's
that
the
beautiful
Tunic
little
defenders
fox
here?
boy.
Is it
It's
just Jan?
Bacalar
That's a
and
Tunic?
I.
Okay.
Yeah, Jan, I'm okay if you pick Marvel Snap or Tunic, and if you pick
That's
Marvel
very
Snap,
nice to you, Gruff. Seems like a
yeah.
win-win here. Just if you're playing the numbers, if you're a numbers guy.
Yeah.
Mm,
And listen,
Seems like
I'm like,
less
you're right.
people-
I'm
less
getting
people
my
get
chips in the
upset.
middle while I have a chance to win. Absolutely.
Oh man,
less
both-
people get upset if you cut Snap, is what you just heard from Jeff.
Oh, I don't think
Theodore
that's
Gruff.
true at all. There are hundreds of millions of some mobile gamers out there.
I think Marvel has enough accolades in general. You know.
Yeah, I don't. This is a video game. I don't care about that.
Midnight Fight has the least support.
What's the dealio with Nobody Saves the World?
That game kicks ass.
That game
Love
is
that game.
very good.
All the different combinations you can do with all the the morph abilities and stuff like that. The way you can tailor it to every individual dungeon
it's
and
funny without
Yeah.
Never heard
being
of it.
overbearing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. It's a good time.
stuff. It's really good.
Okay.
Jen, you did just say, hold on, I have it here. 7 minutes ago, you said, "Here's why we should cut Marvel Snap." The words that
What
came
the
out of your
fuck? You keeping a timeline?
He's got a
What's
stenographer
happening
with
here?
him.
That's what
That
Dylan's
was-
doing right
That's
now.
what Dylan's up
Dylan's
to.
doing, yeah.
Can we put the ones that are in the crosshairs down at the bottom just so we can know exactly what we're looking
Yeah.
at here?
I
The
feel like
most-
we do
okay.
know. I feel like we do know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we just have them all in
we're
one
like-
spot. You
okay.
know,
We're like right there.
feel like
Hey.
Spike
By
is
the
right
heck.
there.
Just for heck's sake, Pentiment.
No,
No, absolutely
no,
not.
absolutely
Nice
fucking
try.
not.
Well, hey, wait. Why don't
Not
we do
even
that? Like,
close.
can we read the top 21 and just
Okay.
like
Yeah.
especially for audio listeners?
All right. This is in no order at all just yet. We are currently
Obviously,
sitting at
look what
21.
number one.
We're sitting at 21. We need to get rid of one more game.
Can I
Yeah,
offer
sparks of
something
hope.
up?
It's easy.
Okay.
Can I offer something up? Just
Go,
Okay.
Jason.
the
Okay.
good of the group. Bayonetta 3.
I was gonna say
I would be
It
fine
feels
with that.
like the right
I'd be
one to
fine
cut.
with it.
I would be okay with that.
Oh,
Jason,
you
Yeah.
I
sweetie
am
boy.
your. You know that I like the
Shit.
kind of games that you do.
We are
but-
simpatico, yes.
Yeah, but
yes.
Bayonetta is the right choice here.
Oh,
Now
you're right.
this, Dan,
Jason, are you
is
trying
being
to become
selfless.
a saint too? Well, he must be a saint to have my right hand here. He's
Notice
my-
how
he's my
Jason
fellow
didn't
saint.
say that.
Look at me.
He's got his hands in a prayer.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
doing this.
Jason is
Saint Striker and
hashtag
A Striker.
blessed.
We came to Giant Bomb together, and we'll reach sainthood
Oh.
together.
God, that hurts, but
Thanks, Jason.
you're welcome.
Saint A
Sacrifice
Striker.
is noted.
Any
saint of science.
objections? Any
No, I think
objections?
I think that's probably right.
I think
Motion
we
is carried.
have our 20.
Jesus.
All right.
There
Definitely
it
read
is.
them now.
All right, folks.
Wait, why do we have 21 still? Oh,
21,
okay.
21, 21.
21,
All
21,
Oh,
21.
because it says number 2 at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just broken.
There we go. Okay.
Can you do something for
me?
me?
All right. Jeff Bakalar, can you read 1 through 10?
You're goddamn right I can. Power Wash Kirby.
Can you speak up there?
I'm sorry, I had shit in my throat.
Enunciate.
Power Wash Simulator. You know, the video
Spray
game.
that out with some power washing.
Yeah.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Vampire Survivors, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Elden Ring, Sifu, Signalis, God of War Ragnarok, Neon White, Tinykin.
And Jeff Grubb, could you read 11 through 20, please?
Absolutely. Marvel Snap, Evil West, Pentiment, The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, Nobody Saves the World, Mario Plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Goat Simulator 3, Tunic, Midnight Fight Express, and Spiderheck.
All right. We are
There we
now at the
go.
top 20 games of the year. The next step here is taking those 20
This is easy.
and doing a ranked vote.
Yeah, should we have a conversation about any of the games we haven't talked about yet, or a break? You're called.
Is there
Dan.
anything we haven't talked about?
Elden Ring.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
pretty
hey,
good.
in classic Giant Bomb fashion,
Yeah.
Elden Ring could easily just slot its way to number 1 uncontested.
Right.
Some
But
games
I
are
guess
just
we
damn
don't-
good.
What could we possibly say about some of those games that haven't been said before?
Yeah.
I think we've had
Yeah.
conversations about a lot of the games that we needed to talk about, so I'm okay if we just go to the voting.
I kind of want to say one thing about God of War Ragnarok.
I kind of, yeah.
Please.
I was initially going to bounce off of that game super hard, but then I got to the jellyfish moment, which we talked about earlier this week, and I got through it with Atreus and Kratos. And
Nice.
my partners kind of poisoned my brain by saying that everyone has father issues, and that there are certain times where it's really, really difficult to realize when to say goodbye, whether that's just
Oh,
physically
Jesus
saying goodbye,
Christ.
or when it's an instance of just where there's a fork in the road and that you, your family, or whoever has to go their separate ways. And I think it offered not closure in a way that I needed or wanted or was seeking out, but perhaps the way that they tied up the story of like, okay, I have to go do my own thing and I cannot forever be tied to you, and that there is love there and that there are no hard feelings. And it's wild as shit that a game with giant snakes and giants and big ass wolves can make you feel that way. And it's wild as shit. And also shouts out to Thor in that game, because Thor is a big boy in that.
He's a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you just opened up some recent wounds as well. Thank you, Jan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Go for
I
it, man.
cried
also
watching
wanna
the
po-
Spider-Man Across the Universe trailer today because there was some parent stuff in there. So
Also, I
that's
just
where I'm
want
at.
to say I don't have dad issues. I love that fucking guy. He rules.
That sounds like an issue.
I just want to say that if you were watching via
There-
Tower
there
Unite,
are
that
other
speech
dads out
came
there.
from Thanos, of all people.
Balance has been achieved. But is there anything else we want to talk about that we haven't touched on before we go to break?
I guess I would just point.
Survivor's
Remember
good
the
game.
conversation we had about Pentiment for Moment of the Year. I would just repeat it here, and I'm not.
Yeah,
so I'm not going
basically.
to do that.
I loved.
Okay.
Feels good to power wash stuff.
Really does.
Yeah,
It
feels
really
good in your
does.
brain when you make things clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I've been watching recently, similar to Power Wash.
What's
games? Like,
popping?
you know when you get like the plaque in your teeth, you can
Yep.
power
Oh, yeah,
wash
yeah.
that shit.
Yep.
That shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
DLC.
yeah,
yeah.
DLC.
Yeah, my wife got a
Yeah.
water pick, and yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
They're
War
so
picks
fucking
are
good.
great.
do. Yes, they're
Mhm.
fantastic.
So good.
Okay.
Yeah, we can all pimple pop our way to number one. Here.
Hell yes.
So we have the top 20. What we're going to do now is we're going to put this into the Eurovision software, and us as a staff will pick 5 games each. And based
Ranked.
off of that ranked voting, with number 1 being more points, we will ultimately determine the top 10 games of the year. However,
With math.
with math.
Yeah.
The first
Wait,
time
there's more.
the first time Giant Bomb has used math. But before that, if you're watching live, we will throw up a copy of the Eurovision software that you can vote, and y'all can predict what you think out of these 20 games Giant Bomb will pick. And I'm going to ask that you all vote with honor here, that you only pick 5 games. You can 100% skew the vote if you want to be a little rascal, but I'm going to ask that you only pick 5. And with that, folks, I think I gotta stretch.
Are we going to be posting links somewhere? Like, how can folks do that?
I will post the links in a QR code at the standby screen. I'll throw it in the chats as well.
Awesome.
We will see you in just a little bit. Also, for the audio listeners and archive listeners, sorry. Welcome back, everybody, to the grand finale of Day 3 of Giant Bomb's Game of the Year 2022. We narrowed a list down to 50, and then we took that 50 and we turned it into 20. And now, through ranked voting, we will now determine mathematically, emotionally, spiritually, scientifically, metaphysically, physically, theoretically, the top 10 of the year. And I know, folks, you may be wondering, like, why the fuck are y'all doing math? Y'all have never decided to do math. Yeah. And then during the break, Chef Grub broke it down in a major way. So I'm gonna pass the floor to the chef. Chef, please, behind yours.
Yeah, this just feels like the right exit ramp for these conversations, right? Where we just spent a long time having interesting conversations about a lot of good games. And for me, as a listener in the past, this has always been the best part of the show, those conversations. And then you get to the part where you're trying to cut down 20 to 10. And it's like, well, you already had a lot of great conversations about games. Now you are really just cutting things down. And that felt unnecessary. And then on top of that, it's like, what happens every year is you get to the final 10 and people just like kind of lose steam on ordering the list and that no one cares that much anymore. It's like, why go through that process when we can have the great conversations, which we did. And I feel really good about them. It was really good. And now we could just have sort of some fun with the audience, with all of you, do some math and figure out what are going to be the top 10 games of the year. And it's like, well, that sounds like a podcast right there.
Yes, Chef. Indeed. For folks watch, yes, Chef.
You donkey.
Goddamn. For folks watching live right now or watching the video archive, we currently put up the Eurovision software for y'all to predict what y'all think the Giant Bomb mathematically the top 10 will be. And why don't we read off what the folks at home believe the top 10 would be? Dan, why don't you read the top 10 there?
The top 10, as voted on by you, the folks at home, which, by the way, I did see a thing in the chat saying refresh the audience list, so I just want to check and make sure. Do you want to do a quick refresh on that? Just make sure everything's updated?
No, I don't want to.
Or reread. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Just kidding. I'll do it. It'll take a hot minute, though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Should be updated.
Okay. Here we go. Number 10, as voted on by the Giant Bomb community, is Tinykin. Number 9,
what?
Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Oh, he started at 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the right thing. He started at 10. Go.
It's okay.
I'm silly.
Number 8 is Tunic. Number 7, Power Wash Simulator.
Wait, where was 9?
9 was Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Oh, sorry.
That's when I had my freak out about
that's
math.
That's what. Yeah, sorry.
We all talked over it.
Oh. 6 is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Number 5 is God of War Ragnarok. Number 4 of the year, Pentiment. And your top 3 of 2022, as voted on by you, folks at home, Neon White is number 3. Number 2 is Vampire Survivors, meaning the community game of the year, Elden Ring.
Yes. Now, there is community game of the year voting happening right now in the Giant Bomb forums. This is merely a prediction which y'all think we will put together. Now, the official...
I think they might have the top 3, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
Yeah.
Okay, so how this works now, we will go around the room. We have yet to lock in our actual votes. So we will submit them as soon as I give everyone the green light. Let me just put that on screen right now. All right. The folks at home, you cannot control this vote. This is purely the Giant Bomb staff here.
And we don't know the results yet.
We don't know the results yet.
Yeah.
No.
Is it cool with everyone if I vote first?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, please do.
I would love that.
All right. Do we want to start from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
I would
like
say what
to do that?
Say what your 12 points are and submit it, and then talk about all of them.
Okay, cool. I, surprise, give my 12 points and $200 I can't get back to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. All right. Hey, right now it's game of the year, so I fucks with it.
That's why you wanted to go first.
Lucy read me like a fucking book.
Screenshot that, put it out.
Let me reload that real quick. All right. As of right now, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the game of the year. My second vote went to God of War, Marvel Snap, Neon White, and then Tunic. All right.
Very good.
All right.
Who would like to go next? Or should
I'll
we
get
just...
mine out of the way.
Okay.
On a book report, it's always good to get out there quick. All
Selfless
right.
fan.
My 12 points. I'm going to hit submit. Go to Vampire Survivors. Oh my God, the way that this hooked me immediately. And it's so rare that I immediately start another playthrough on a different console and try to get every achievement. I did every 100% on Steam, 100% on Xbox. I started playing on iOS. I got my sister Kayla into it in a way where she sat and played it for like 12 hours one day, and I watched her play for 12 straight hours. My sister Katie, who doesn't even play games, I handed her the controller. I was like, just move the stick, you'll get it. I watched her, and in like 3 minutes in, she just went like, oh. And she doesn't even play games. It is that immediately... it's so good immediately, regardless of how much you know or love games. And I'm sad that I don't have more achievements. I'm waiting for that DLC that's coming out in a couple days or whatever. I still don't know if it's coming out on Xbox yet or not. But yeah, Vampire Survivors with a bullet. Nothing was even close for me this year. Real quickly, I'll say the rest of mine. Elden Ring. Look, everyone said everything about it. It's just it's monumental achievement. It was incredible, and that comes from someone who doesn't have very strong feelings about Soulsborne games. Absolutely loved it. Number 2. Number 3, Neon White. You may have seen some of the content on the site here about it. A lot of fun back and forth stuff. I love any kind of speed run type thing. Like Grub and I were going back and forth for a while. That shit was great. The Neon White Open was a blast. Number 4, Power Wash Simulator. That is a game where time just melts away while I'm playing it, and I'm just happy. I'm just cleaning shit. And whether it's just me zoning out playing for a while, or I've done some streams where like I would have other people come and we would, see how fast we could clean a whole skate park or whatever. Excellent. And then Tinykin, like we were talking about, just top-notch running around, which is something I really, anything with good running around I can enjoy, and Tinykin is top-notch on that front. So that is my top 5 of the year.
All right.
Did you say your remaining games?
I believe I did. Yeah. I just quickly went through them.
All right, cool.
Most of mine have already been talked about throughout this whole week so far. Jeff Bacalar, you want to go next?
Sure.
All right. Submit your vote, sir.
And what's your 12 points?
12 points. Hold on, I have the tab open. Just one second.
And after this, after Bacalar's, let's give a standing for the audio listener and what the list is looking like right now.
There we go. Hitting submit now. Okay. My 12 points are going to Elden Ring. This is I guess it's kind of a shock for me, because this is a game that I would be bouncing off of had it been any of the previous games. I tried my hardest, my dearest, my damnedest to play through Bloodborne when that game came out in 2015.
2015, shit.
Yeah, and it was March, I believe, or April, I believe, of 2015 when that came out, and it just didn't grab me. I think the reason I'm picking Elden Ring this year is because this was the one that I finally drifted with Elden Ring, and I finally understood the bigger picture. And I don't think I've had an epiphany in the way that I did with Elden Ring probably ever before during an experience of video gaming, which I think is worth noting. It is definitely the most important game for me this year, without a doubt. So I just can't really fathom a situation where any other game that I played this year comes close to that overwhelming sense of discovery and epiphany that happened for me whilst playing Elden Ring. And it was quick. It was probably within the first 4 hours of my playthrough with it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Goddamn. What I really I'm truly blown away by what that game was able to achieve. It gets my 12 points, followed by God of War Ragnarok, Tunic, Tinykin, and Vampire Survivors.
How many points did you give the Spider Hack?
Oh yeah. I mean,
It's so it would have been number 6.
You fought so hard.
You
to
did
get
say
on there,
6.
so
You
it's
did say
fine.
6
How many-
earlier.
yeah.
You
I
did.
was,
Okay.
I was told not to vote for the 6th, but
How
the
many points was
last,
that?
but
Okay.
Spiderheck would have gotten a couple points.
All
there.
right.
Yeah.
To update
yeah.
the audio listeners here, we currently have a top 9, with the 10th spot being a tie. Ranking it at number 1 so far, Elden Ring with 22 points, followed by God of War Ragnarok, Vampire Survivors, Neon White, Tunic, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Tinykin, Marvel Snap, and Power Wash Simulator. Jeff Grubb, would you like to go next, sir?
Yes, I'll submit mine here to say, before I say my 12 points, I want to say, like, the 20 games we picked, I'm, like, really happy with that list. And everyone should, like, recognize this is the list that we are putting together through our conversations. And I feel really good about recommending just about anything on there. Yeah, and my 12 points goes to Neon White. It is a game that I want to make it clear. I never finished it. That doesn't matter to me even a little bit, because the amount of fun that I found in playing certain levels over and over. I've played certain levels in this game more than I've played many games that I truly love. There's so much joy to be found in the perfecting of a level, and the movement and the combining of the various elements of the mechanics together. It was all just so fantastic, so well done. I already put I already submitted it. Now I can't remember what the rest of mine were. I think number 2 was Elden Ring. Number 3 was Vampire Survivors. And then 4 and 5. Let me see here. What did I do?
Kirby.
Kirby. Yes, right. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. And then I think I did Tinykin for 5. Oh no, I didn't do it. No, I didn't do Tinykin. Let me see here. Oh well, if I can remember it, I'll let you guys know. But really, yeah, Neon White, number 12.
All right.
Oh, I did no Pentiment. Yeah, Pentiment. There we go.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
But now we have a top 10, but we have yet to get through everyone on the Giant Bomb staff. Lucy James, would you like to submit your vote now?
You're muted.
Sorry, it's because I've been talking to my cat. She's been very loud. None of you are doing this the actual Eurovision way, which is when you call the cities and the person who, like the host representative, has to go, "Hello, San Francisco, it's London calling." You know, you gotta do all that bullshit. You really have to ham it up. So, "Hello, Giant Bomb, it's San Francisco by way of London calling." What an incredible show we've had tonight. Congratulations to all the performers. I'm gonna vote now. I can't keep doing that voice. My 12 points go to Elden Ring. There is nothing really to be said about that game that hasn't been said already, but I thought it was pretty... Oh, I don't think it's updated. Is it updated?
I updated it.
Yeah, it looks like it updated.
Oh, is it just my stream that's live?
Yeah, you just have to refresh.
Yeah, you refresh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm watching through the stream. The one that's on
wait,
screen?
Jan? No, I don't think it's updated on the stream.
It should
yeah,
be.
on stream.
Okay.
No,
I'm just going to reload that now.
Hey, they said
There we go.
not.
There we go. There we go. Oh.
There we go.
Alright.
Okay.
Yep.
So I gave my 12 points to Elden Ring. I just think it's such an incredibly special game. And when we did our Game of the Year chat over at GameSpot, I was talking to Tam and Jake, and I was like, this is the first Souls game, FromSoft game, where I felt empowered enough to be able to finish it. And I was always very worried about how big it is and just how there is so much to do that I'm terrible for getting choice paralysis and falling off games, and I did not have that at all with Elden Ring. I genuinely felt that exploration was greatly rewarded, and I think part of it as well was also the conversations that I was having around the game. It definitely felt like, even though I played all of it except for Melania, did without, by myself, it felt like there was this great communal experience, and it just was a really magical gaming moment for me. And like, I don't really push myself to platinum games or anything, but I absolutely adored going and platinuming this one because I felt like it actually achieved something wonderful. Love the music. I'm, this close to going back and replaying over Christmas. So that was my 12 points. And then we'll go to the rest. So I gave my 10 to Vampire Survivors, and then my 8 to, is it 8?
8.
Whatever. 8 to
8.
God of War Ragnarok, then Pentiment, and then Tinykin.
Lovely. Lovely.
Nice.
All right. I want to go to the architect of all of this beautiful set, Jess O'Brien,
Hello.
Please submit your votes when you are ready.
Okay, I'm ready. So there it goes. My 12 points, I decided, and while everybody was talking, I was still actively rejiggering my list there. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. I don't know how to feel, what to feel. And really, like, this list in general here is, I think the theme is against all odds. Like, against all odds, Signalis, however you say it, it was made by 2 people or something like that. I don't think people know that. Extremely small team making what is, I think, should be considered a new survival horror classic while still being its own thing. And like I said, like remixing and reiterating on a lot of older games' successes and failures, and kind of it all came together in such a brilliant, beautiful way. It's gorgeous. It sounds great. And I think no one else is going to vote for it, frankly. So I wanted to give it as many points as I could. So simply because it blew my mind, Signalis is my 12-pointer. After that is Pentiment. Like me and Grub both said earlier, it's just a wild game and everybody should play it. But I think like making me care about history in such a like deep way where it's like, oh my god, I respect the hell out of this. Like, how did you edutain me? Like, that's against all odds. I was edutained. I learned stuff. I felt stuff. Something that I should have been super bored by, and it was absolutely thrilling. And number 3 for me was Neon White. Enough said. I love that game. Music slaps, etc. My 4th one was Vampire Survivors, and my 5th one was Elden Ring.
All right. Thank you, Jess. Before we get to Jason and Tam, let's recap once again what the current top 10 is at. Number 10. Well, let's start from the top, actually, because we have a tie right now at the top.
It's dramatic.
Anyone's game.
We counted for ties.
Yeah.
I don't think we did.
We'll see.
I mean, hey,
we could let the audience be that one vote. We talked about giving you guys 1 point to see if it would sway anything. And it's very funny that it actually could come into play.
yeah. Okay. So sitting at number 1 is a tie between Vampire Survivors and Elden Ring.
Oh shit.
Number 2 or 3, Neon White. Then it goes to God of War Ragnarok, Pentiment, Tinykin, Tunic. Another tie at the bottom of the list was Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and Signalis with somehow Marvel Snap winding up at 10, baby. Jason A. Stryker.
Yes, sir.
Saint A. Stryker, the true selfless one.
I'm not.
He's
I'm
like
not
my
feeling
assistant saint. Yeah.
Yes.
If selflessness were a contest, I would say that Jason pulled ahead at the last minute.
Well, let me.
I'm not feeling particularly verbose about this, but 12 points goes to Elden Ring. I think Lucy summed it up pretty well. In addition to saying that it was very communal as well. So that's the zeitgeist surrounding this game was spectacular. And it was fun getting caught up in all of that. 10 points goes to Sifu. That is very much a Jason game. I loved it an awful lot. 8 points, God of War Ragnarok. Surprised me in that I didn't particularly enjoy the 2018 version, but this one I liked an awful lot. 7 points, Midnight Fight Express. And then 6 points, because my other game was not included on the list, but whatever. I like this one, Evil West. Let's go.
Jason, did you submit your votes? I don't see them
I'm
populate.
about to.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Here we
I
go.
clicked it. There we go.
Wow. That's
All right.
boring.
Let's see what
Okay.
happens.
You know what?
Okay.
For
Ooh,
drama's
yep.
sake, I'm going to read out the list one more time because there's only one more tie left, it looks like, and that's at the bottom here. Currently sitting at number 1. And you know what? Let's go from the bottom. Starting at number 10 is Sifu. Tied for either 8 or 9 is Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and Signalis. Above that, sitting at, what is that, 7? 7. Tunic. Then we have Tinykin at 6, Pentiment at 5, Neon White at 4, God of War Ragnarok at 3, and the tie at the top has been severed because we have Vampire Survivors at number 2 and Elden Ring at number 1. And last, but certainly not least, Tamor Hussein, who are you giving your 12 points to?
Let's wrap this
Yeah, I
bad boy
wonder.
up.
Yeah, what a
Let's
mystery.
wrap this bad boy up.
We know.
My 12 points go to Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
And that is because
Wait, what?
What?
And that is because you're fucking with us.
And that
Shut
is
up, Tim.
because
Fucking with us.
I have
You
submitted.
got-
I have submitted. I've given it. I gave it to Vampire Survivors.
Wait, what?
Wait.
12 points.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
What is
Wait,
what is this?
Hang on.
did you submit your points? Did you submit your
Yeah,
points?
Yeah,
they're in
yours
there.
is updated.
Yeah, I did.
But you
Unless
must
I
have
fucked it
given
up.
Elden Ring up there too, right?
No, I definitely looked. It looked like Vampire Survivors on my screen. I gave Elden Ring second place.
So
Right,
it
yeah,
got
but
10.
No,
Right,
but that
so
makes-
Elden
good.
Ring was already
Right.
ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. That's the math.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
God damn it.
I gave it to
God
Vampire
damn it.
Survivors because
Nice.
I'm in a unique position, and I voted Vampire.
Hell yeah.
Elden Ring is my game of the year. It is a game that I love. I adore it to bits. I've written about it. I reviewed it. I've talked about it endlessly. I was fortunate enough to be part of the GameSpot decision in giving it Game of the Year. I was fortunate enough to give that game the Game of the Year award to the creators of that game. I have fully laid out how much I love that game, and to come to a website like Giant Bomb now and do the exact same thing would be a kind of insult to the rare position I have where I can express my love of games in multiple ways on 2 websites that are quite diverse in the way they approach video games, and the audience is different in the way they respond to video games. GameSpot is a place where I feel like I can vote with my mind and my heart, and Giant Bomb is a place where I feel like I can come and kind of vote with my soul. Vampire Survivors is a game that I love to death. Like, it's so much fun. I sit down with that game and play it almost every day for hours on end. It's a comfort game. It's so easy to play. It's a game that I've been evangelizing since the start of the year when I first played it. You can speak to various people in my orbit and they will tell you that I've told them about this game and I've encouraged them to play it. I've bought this game for people. And I think that if I had come here and just said Elden Ring again, I would be doing a disservice to Vampire Survivors. I would have loved to have given that game a Game of the Year award at GameSpot, but I would be doing a disservice to how much I love Elden Ring. So I'm in a unique position where I can give Game of the Year from my perspective to do 2 different games because I work at 2 different websites with 2 different audiences and 2 different tones. And I'll be damned if I'm not taking that opportunity.
And that's a hell of a 1-2 right there.
Damn.
I love that. I love
Damn.
it.
Now that is being selfless.
I taught him while we were in LA. I taught him.
Jan, read our top 10 because
All right.
I got something to say about that bottom 5.
All right, let's read our top 10 here. Shall we start from the top? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
All right, coming in at number 1, Elden Ring. Number 2, Vampire Survivors. Number 3, God of War Ragnarok. 4, Neon White. 5, Pentiment. 6, Tinykin. 7, Tunic. 8 and 9 at a tie, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Signalis. Rounding out the list at number 10, Sifu.
Yes.
This list almost
That's a
looks
good list.
exactly like what it would look like if we talked it out, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
It's more fun this way, though.
And it was more
Yeah.
fun this way.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I think we had the conversations, right? We had the conversations, and all those arguments would have had us placing these things exactly as they are, I think, for the most part. I mean, very minor changes. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and then Signalis at the bottom of the top 10, like that's exactly where they would have ended up because it's like those people are passionate about those games. This rules. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think this wound up being the perfect. Jason, please go ahead, sir.
No, and Sifu snuck
And
in
Sifu.
just based on charity. I love it. Thank you, thank you, and thank you.
Needless to say, as we mentioned at the tippity-toppity here, this has been an interesting year to say the least at this fucking website, giantbomb.com. And hey, folks, is this it? Are we going to live with this tie at the bottom? I'm fine with it.
Yep.
I mean, it's in the top 10.
It's still in top 10.
Good.
All right.
Yep.
Once again, Dan Reichert, could you read off our top 10 for 2022?
Yes. I'll go from the bottom up this time. Number 10, Sifu, sharing 8 and 9 or something. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and Signalis. Then we got Tunic at number 7. Number 6 is Tinykin. Number 5, Pentiment. Number 4, Neon White. Number 3 is God of War Ragnarok. Number 2, Vampire Survivors. And Giant Bomb's Game of the Year 2022, Elden Ring.
Good list.
Fantastic. What a season, folks.
It works. Yeah.
It works. The math turns out it can work. Jesus Christ. Hey, anyone on staff have any closing thoughts, any closing things that they want to share with the folks at home before we get in a car and drive away into the sunset?
I'm just happy for Jason getting a lot of Jason stuff on.
Yeah.
Hell
He's
yeah.
had some years in the past.
Long
where-
overdue.
Exactly. I'm glad you
Thank
were able
you.
to get that, Jason.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can't wait till next year when it all fucking comes crashing down.
Oh, there will be revenge.
Yes.
Wait, is this set on fire?
No,
It
what a
was.
celebratory.
Celebratory fire.
Yeah, celebratory.
It looks like John
fire.
Cena
It
has
just looks like
summoned
Cena's
fire.
on fire. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Here's
Yeah, I guess like
confetti.
saying on the way out, like this has been, it's not the end of the year for us, but this
No.
is kind of like a major milestone towards the wrapping up of the year, and
Mhm.
it's worth like reflecting on the fact that this has been a weird year for us as a team. It's been a very different kind of year. Like it's an entirely new, not entirely, but like it's a different team. And also a reminder like that we're at the very start of this new era of Giant Bomb, and we've got a team that we're all super confident in. We like work so well together, and I feel like this as the first game of the year as this team is a very strong indicator of where we can go. We also did the Bombathon, we did Extra Life, we've done review stuff, we've got quick looks, we've got hot takes, we've got a whole bunch of content that came out, and it's been a lot of different opinions from a lot of different people about the current state of Giant Bomb. But one thing I think that we can all say as the members of this team is it's exciting to be here. And we're all excited to keep being here and doing more cool content like this.
I want to play some Bubsy.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to admit Bubsy's my thing. I'm fine.
It's locked
Fine.
in.
It's locked in.
Yeah.
Fine. Lock it in.
Grab
Can we get
me.
everyone to do a face splat here in the middle? We'll wrap it up. Tam, that was awesome, by the way. Thank you, Tam.
Yeah,
Yes,
very,
thank
very eloquently said, Tam. Yeah, and like the last thing I want to add, hey, we of course would not be here without all of you watching and listening at home. Truly, we are incredibly thankful. We wouldn't be able to do majority of the things that we do without y'all support, premium or not, whether you tune in every week, whether you got a specific show, whether or not you're just watching some of the older stuff. I am thankful. We are thankful for all of you. And now I'm ready to pass out with my friends on this Game of the Year set. Special shouts out to Justin Vachon, our sweet little art boy, for making the assets of all the categories. Even specialer shout out to Jess O'Brien for lovingly crafting the set. If you missed day one, we flew in the Bombcast studio. That's right. Here it is,
By
everyone.
helicopter.
By helicopter. And hey,
shout
that's
out to Tower Unite for
Yes.
hosting
The video
us.
game.
The video
Yay.
game.
The
Video game.
special shouts out to them. Special shouts out to you. And folks, that about does it for Giant Bomb's Game of the Year 2022. One last congratulations to Elden Ring. And hey, you're looking great today. Bye.
You too, Jen.